Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Purple Cups and Champagne. I'm your host, Handsome Contreras. No, it's not Ye.
I know they thought it.
They got thrown off.
I know they thought it.
Hold on a second. I'm just following the statement.
He don't got the patches. He got the curls.
Yeah. Got a skin bleach.
I thought about it.
Oh, shit.
I thought about
Shaving
I don't
my
see
head.
color.
I was like, am I going to do this for one episode?
No. Your curls are a blessing, dog.
Yeah.
Your curls are a blessing.
Now, you forgot your
The
mask.
power's in your hair, man.
You forgot the mask.
What's going on, everybody? Security John Chetty, a.k.a. the Brown Pat Riley.
What's going on? Josh, F.A. the product. On Twitter. I have 13 years in.
Oh,
now.
hold up.
I'm 13
Hold
years
up.
in now.
We are celebrating a big anniversary. A big anniversary. 13 years. 13 years.
I'll be honest with you. To anybody listening and watching, I
13 years, 13 retweets. Yeah.
Wait. That's not true.
13 tweets.
That's not true. I used to have
7 of them went to K-Slate.
I actually have an extensive.
2 to Bink.
I actually have an extensive.
One explaining to Kick my dad be chilling wilding.
I have an
Why
extensive.
did you give me the defective one?
Well, first of
That's
all,
just like a struggling duck.
wait. First of all, amazing. You guys didn't tell me any of this. You didn't tell me any of this. That's amazing. That's amazing. For
Yo,
real.
13 years on Twitter, man.
Wait.
Yo, that's an accomplishment.
I actually have an extensive history of tweeting.
Okay.
You guys never seen it. I used to tweet a lot. When I go back to my
you
history,
got me beat?
no,
Okay.
maybe.
No, you don't.
Similar, maybe.
Impossible.
And actually, I did tweet recently because I was
Tweet-
actually
tweet-
going to
tweet
war.
file out.
I
Tweet
actually was
file
going to
out.
war with Edgar.
About the
About the Giants and Jets.
How did I know?
And I lost because when he got more likes than me on the last comment, I was
my
like, "Fuck this guy, fuck this Twitter shit."
Oh, wait.
Oh, is that why he asked you guys
Y'all
on
niggas
Twitter?
was tripping.
Because he wanted us to see your
Nah,
results?
I don't
Oh,
think
he just
so. I don't
asked,
think
okay.
so, yeah.
Oh, that
Is it
was
Ali?
weird.
He said Ali has mi gente?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Ali, the whole
That was
bullshit.
good.
What's mi gente? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, right, nigga. You got like 8 accounts. You
Yo,
got blocked like
Word.
7 times.
I saw that. I was like, nah, dog. This nigga's lying his ass off.
It's
What's
Ali,
me?
man.
Shout
You gotta stay cool.
Shout out to Ali. Thank you to Edgar for showing up last week. That was a dope show with you guys.
facts,
you know what I mean?
facts.
That was dope. I killed that shit behind the camera.
Yo, they don't say your
He
numbers
did.
anymore,
So
dude.
He did.
Remember before? I had 14,000 tweets.
Nah, I didn't know that.
They don't say it anymore.
I know. I was.
how long I haven't been
I
on
was
my
even. I was even tweeting during
The pandemic?
Black Lives Matters and all that shit last year.
Oh,
Yeah. But I used to tweet before that, like just generally. So
that's a nice bottle, man.
it is a nice bottle. Let's show it off to the camera here. Campo Viejo.
Took
Look
it
at
to
that
the old
with
camp.
the Spanish accent and everything. I didn't do the Campo Viejo thing.
I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even taste it. I don't like it already.
Fucking Spanish people know about no champagne, nigga. By the way, did you guys notice anything different?
Your glasses, your jacket, your
whole fit.
your gloves.
Whole fit.
Not the obvious.
The gloves you got from the Queen's Bully Pit Bastard.
I came to chop it up. But no. You guys didn't notice? We are in the metaverse.
Word.
Yeah.
I paid for these skins actually with some NFT coins.
Thank you.
Fire.
Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Fire.
Crazy. I don't know. It's great. It looks just like the set, obviously. This is pretty cool. It's just crazy, man, where things are.
You think we'll be able to do the show from home?
Are we in the metaverse right
Think
now?
about that.
I don't know.
Can we do the show from home and like just be our avatars on the
Well, we
In the
are
future.
the avatars.
Okay.
mind blowing?
Okay.
By the way, my gloves are cool, right? I didn't.
They are
Yo,
cool.
he's still thinking about that shit, yo.
Yeah, because Josh said then that Kanye paid what? $30 on
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon gloves.
And I paid 32.
The Amazon gloves. So
Because
what?
they ain't yay. You know,
What's wrong
because
with
it ain't
Amazon?
yay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Amazon, according to this girl.
Shit.
Cheers to episode 84 of the year of our Lord.
Yo, look. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about is the ongoing meme where Jeff, I spelled it Jeff Bezos at first, like Jeff kisses.
It might
Too
be.
much
But
Colombia.
Jeff, that's what she said.
And Miami.
Shot-town, where you at? So, Jeff Bezos.
Yo, chill. Now the joke stop being funny.
So Jeff Bezos, they were at some gala or something, and the meme going around is just like his new girl. She's hot.
She better than his last girl.
His real wife.
His wife was disgusting.
That was real love, though. That was
But
real love.
Not only real love.
that
I
was
think
real
I
love.
think she kind of they got up. They came up together, right? Like I think she
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
helped them
They were
out.
both fucking hideous before their money.
Yo,
Right.
She helped him out.
And that just shows you that, but it also shows you with that this Leo caption that money doesn't solve everything, dogs. Because she was so smitten by Leonardo DiCaprio that it got me thinking, like, yo, no matter how rich you are, dogs, what is it? Cool guys are just winning?
Nah, they all cheat.
And not only that, I'll give you one. When I was younger, Handsome used to be when we were younger. Handsome used to be like, but like if I'm rich and a girl wants me for my money, who cares? 'Cause I'm gonna stay rich. I don't care if she wants me for my money. So it's kind of like if she's on Leonardo's dick, who cares? Jeff Bezos is gonna go home with her at that night. You know what I mean?
He probably has like 8 other girls waiting for him.
Yeah. He's probably calling his team up right now. Cancel her.
Yeah. Yo, no lie though. He definitely sees. He got to see what's going on though, and if it matters, it got to affect him.
There's a. I don't know if it's a real tweet, but there's a tweet where he's saying he's like in like looks like he was running or whatever, like, and he was like, "Hey Leo, like, come on through," and behind him was like bushes, so like kind of say, like, yo, you know, like, like it was
like
a joke. It was like a joke, like Joe, where like Joe in the forest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bezos has a sense of humor.
With a fucking rock.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Well, the robot is Zuckerberg.
You would think too, because you see people like Jeff Bezos. And
his dad is Cuban, so he's gonna.
I thought he was Mexican.
No, Cuban. Came here at age 16 and brought a jacket that his aunt made for him in Cuba.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bezos still has that leather jacket.
That's fire.
It is fire.
That's
pretty cool.
There's another Mexican dude that's one of the richest people in the world.
Yeah, Vicente Fox, dude.
No, that's what I'm confused.
The guy was one of the wealthiest men at one point. He owned all the communications in Mexico. And, you know, I guess they got to make mad calls.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Mexicans over here in America.
I mean,
illegally.
If Jeff Bezos can't keep his wife, Kanye can't keep his... Kim got with somebody.
Money ain't shit. I tell you guys, money ain't shit.
That's why I buy. That's why I buy Jordans. There's no hope for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy what makes me happy. I buy Kith. You know what I mean?
It's always there.
My girl gonna leave me anyway.
Never lets me down.
She gonna leave me. She gonna take my HBO Max. She's gonna do all that. I'm not over it. She's gonna do all that. So
facts.
What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? All I got is Mike will always be there for me.
It'll never let you down.
Yeah, it'll never let you down.
Unless it shrinks.
Yeah. Oh man.
Or goes yellow.
Or cracks.
No, that's a style now.
That's facts. That is a style. I mean, they even making it yellow now, right? They like making sneakers.
Midsole's yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Could you light the blunt for me? I got gloves on. Can't.
That was so ill. Man.
Yeah.
That was fire.
So that he never. We're gonna get into Kanye West on Drink Champs.
We know what you're waiting for. We saw your votes.
He never fails. His interviews never fail.
Never.
My sister and her boyfriend, shout out to Trace.
Biggest Ye stan.
Yeah, biggest Ye stan. Almost with her and Josh are like,
I respect it.
If she didn't go to, she just recently went to Florida.
Every week on Stemless News, you will hear about this.
I was gonna have her on the show just so you guys could like, just you know what I mean, like.
Honestly, it's impressive.
Yeah, so
she makes me happy when I see. I'm like, thank you, someone on my side. Man,
but with we quote a lot of his interviews, and she actually told me, she goes, there's like an interview that she watches like once a year. It might be the Sway one. She just watches it like once a year.
Yeah.
My favorite one, and we'll get into this one. I think I don't know if you guys have favorites, but my favorite I think is between the Zane Lowe one.
Yeah.
That's the one with the classism. That's the one we saw in your apartment that you showed me at the time when he was kind of like, what Lady Gaga got to do with?
Was that Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Zane Lowe.
Yeah, that's the one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And kind of like tying into, you know what I actually thought was dope, and you know I'm not the biggest fan of how Nore as a host, but his connections are undeniable. You can't say anything about, you know what I mean, about.
I think Nore's a great host.
Who he's allowed to think.
Can't wait to be on the network. I'm kidding, man.
I'll be honest
Nore's
with
bad
you, but you know what though, Han? When we first started this podcast, what did I listen to? I listened to Drink Champs.
Yeah,
I listened to Drink Champs, and Chris Jericho had a podcast. I remember Hanson was saying, "Yo, we could have our own podcast." So
don't be confused though.
Nore being a bad host,
Purple Cups and Champagne has nothing to do with Drink Champs. The idea came from October 2014.
Yeah,
we did not jack their shit because I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's kind of like Drink Champs." It's kind of like no.
It's kind of like better because if we had the same, I don't even want to get into if we had the same, you know what I mean? Because we love our guests that came on the show, you know what I mean? They
but imagine our interviews,
sir. Our interviews are way better.
Yeah,
because we actually let them talk.
And my fault. I'll let you speak.
And Nore did this. Nore did this where he allowed him to talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, he was able to get his shit off. You know what I mean? So I commend him for that. And another thing to where I was getting at is because Nore did say once, he was like, "Yo, he feels that like Jay, Drake, and Ye, those guys in that upper like A1 echelon shouldn't be going to Zane Lowe. They should be going to Nore."
I agree,
and I respected it. I was
like, I respected Jay doing Rap Radar.
Yes, with sitting down with Beat Out. Like Jay-Z, I love what Jay-Z did because he still kept the I'm that nigga because we're gonna sit at this Last Supper table.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you know, like,
And he
who
said
the
this
king
episode
is.
needs to be black and white.
Yeah, it's fire.
I'm with that.
Fire,
I'm with that.
fire. You know what I mean? So
kind of like when, and I didn't like the interview so much because that's what I was gonna say. Kanye doesn't really. His interviews are always entertaining.
Oh, you didn't like this interview?
No, I love this interview. Oh, okay. Crazy. It's one of the best interviews.
Oh, you're talking about the Charlamagne interview?
Probably ever.
You
to
didn't
be real
like
with you, like one of the top.
You talking about the Charlamagne interview?
The best interviews ever. One of the best interviews ever is Drink Champs. I was talking about the Charlamagne one, yeah. Where like even though it was Charlamagne or whatever, like they had the whole layout in his crib. It looked dope as hell. They went to his fucking.
Hold up, so you don't like that interview? You did like that interview?
No, it was like whatever.
Oh, okay.
That interview, and so was.
You think he was media trained in that interview?
No, I just don't think that it was enough gems. I think that he was kind of distracted with a lot of other things that we didn't really care about, like especially like this one. He's dropping gems, like real gems about life. And
I think him and Charlamagne were in a weird place at that point too, because
it was forced.
Charlamagne was like calling him out on stuff, and like
he was trying to prove that he was
people, and Kanye was just kind of like, no, I'm not that person that you're saying that I am.
Exactly.
So I think with Nore, he felt comfortable. He told Nore when he saw Kim, he was like, yo, I named like my daughter's nickname is named after you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
They said Biggs made it happen, or was like Ye saw it out like.
nah, Ye actually reached out to Nore, and he goes, yo, this is Ye. So Nori's like, yeah, it's probably one of my interns being an asshole to me. And he was like, no, this is Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, shit. And he goes, yo, can you have your crew, can we do a podcast tomorrow? I could be in Miami by 10 o'clock. So Nori goes, yo, it takes us 3 hours to set up, in his head. He didn't tell Kanye that. He was like, absolutely. So he calls all his boys, like late night. He goes, yo, y'all got to be here by 7 o'clock. We getting Kanye West. You know what I mean? I would have been there by 4 a.m.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been all set up. He said, yo, he gets there at 9. And Nori was like, yo, I got there at 9:20. And Kanye was like, oh, yo, he saw his boys. And like he said, like all of like the staff was like, yo, Kanye West is here. And Kanye was like, yo, Nori's here yet? And he went to McDonald's.
Yeah,
like,
that's his favorite restaurant.
He went to McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
What is the Chicago thing? That was R. Kelly's favorite restaurant,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
like, what
exactly.
the fuck? Will McDonald's be hitting in Chicago?
White-
you know,
white-
you
no,
should know.
white-
White
Like, you should
Castle
know.
is the top spot over there. Dude.
Oh, okay.
Like that
You were
shit's
telling me that the other day.
everywhere, B.
Yeah, you were telling me
That
that
shit was
the other
nuts to me, and it's nice. It's clean.
Right.
But I guess Kanye wants to be different than everybody,
I
so
wish I could
and
see
R.
it.
Kelly's very different than everybody, so he just went like McDonald's. It is.
I remember, and we'll get back to the interview, but I remember watching a Kanye West like documentary, and he had said like, or like one of those like My Life or My Diary or whatever, and he was like, yeah, yo, I love Cajun food, and yo, he was eating Popeyes in the backseat of like a Jeep.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not Cajun food, but that's Kanye West.
Or he thinks McDonald's is
That's
gourmet.
Kanye. So,
So.
so what is he saying? What is McDonald's?
He didn't
like,
say
good,
give me
good
McDonald's
American
gourmet, bro.
Oh,
My bad,
and
man.
it begins. So overall thoughts. I thought it was a banger. This interview was a banger. It
Yeah,
was great.
I think it's-
like I thought, I like when they got into the music nerd type shit.
Never
That
even
was
heard him do
fire.
that, right?
That was fire. EFN always wants that. Shout out to EFN. He always wants that in interviews. He always wants to hear a story about how this guy did this, why this guy did this.
That's
and,
what Ye did great too.
And Nori doesn't allow it.
Because most people, when they answer those questions, they get stuck with the both, and they're kind of like,
That's what I thought too. I was like,
Like-
he didn't want to answer both.
Oh no,
He wanted to take a shot.
Timberland and Nerd. Timberland and a nerd. Timberland and fucking Neptunes.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he answered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he made sure to answer it, but then, like I said, give background on why I made this
And
decision.
gave a great answer. for
yeah,
every
it
time.
wasn't like
Whether you liked it or
Nas, Tribe Called Quest.
Now
boom.
they spend some time on each answer. Like they spend
No.
time to go over. on each
Kanye
answer,
loves
yeah.
to talk.
Yeah.
And Nori said, yo, I got the impression that he loves to hear himself speak, so I'm just going to let him rock. And in my head, I'm like, what, dumbass? Like, you should have thought this about, like, fucking Nas. Like, any top echelon, like, even Fat Joe stories are fucking dope about pun and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that Nori said that he wished that he had elaborated on a little bit more, because he said pun or Biggie. He said, for me, Biggie. But he was like, but pun is one of them
I'm
ones.
surprised.
And he made sure to say, yo, but pun was special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like Nori was like, damn. And Joe said it too. He was like, yo, I wish he had elaborated. And Nori said, yo, that was my bad. Like we just wanted to get to the next. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to get to
It
the
was
next.
EFN was trying to push it.
Yeah.
No,
sometimes.
honestly, and Nori, a lot of times you could tell that he was kind of like, oh, that's it. Yo, so I got this next question. Like, you could tell that he was kind of like just trying to trying to keep it moving and shit like that.
Right.
Because it's hard to keep Ye's attention. You always got to remember, and it's hard to keep Ye on.
No, he bounces off
on a plane.
Exactly, yeah.
Like literally, he lets you into his mind.
Exactly.
Right. So it's not like, let me say the right thing and then
He
just
reminds
leave
me
it
of me.
there. He's like, yo, you are a lot like gay. Like, not even, seriously, production-wise, I think a lot of people don't see the deeper part of you and how your thoughts go.
right here.
So, what are you talking about?
Your thoughts. You're making me feel good, man.
Correct.
Joshua, you overthink everything, dogs. And it's not bad.
Is it overthinking or is it analyzing?
Or is it a stream of thought? A stream of conscious?
You don't have rants, though. You don't have rants.
Yeah, you don't have solid answers at the end.
You rant in text. You write paragraphs.
That's true.
Yeah. You write novels in your text.
All right,
I guess I'm not like
that
it.
compliment
He's thinking about it right
went the wrong way.
Yeah, absolutely. 180, halfway through the compliment. Halfway through the compliment. I'm an overthinker. I text too long. What else you guys got for me?
Nah, I personally love the interview. I heard it 3 times. I was telling Chetty earlier, like, it got to the point where every time I heard it, my take became a little bit different, so I stopped listening.
Yeah.
Overall, dope-ass interview. I think he gave us a lot more than people are seeing on the outside, but a lot more into who he was. Because I saw when he answered a lot of the quote-unquote loyalist parts, like the Jay and Dame shit, right? He wasn't, and some people say, nah, he just said the Dame part because earlier he cleaned himself by saying he wouldn't do verses with Jay because Jay's his dad, his boss or whatever.
Somebody said that?
Yeah, and I was just like, that's not why, dude. He gave you the real answer.
So he picked Dame because he wouldn't do a versus against Jay. I don't understand.
Yeah, like kind of like I already gave Jay.
Oh, I gave Jay his flowers.
Let me give Dame his light too.
No, I think Kanye would have answered Jay-Z 10 years ago. But now that he's a different man now, he's like, yo, no, I needed to go with Jay because me and Dame are the same. You understand what I'm saying? He said him, Cam, and Dame are the same person.
Yeah.
And he was like, I needed to have that, like, somebody to be like, yo, because what Dame would have done? Kanye, you right.
But you know what?
Because that's who Dame is.
But you know what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He fucks with you, he fucks with you.
I'll be honest with you. I agree with most of you said. I kind of disagree with a little bit that you said like 10 years ago he would have picked Jay. Because he's been saying the same shit about like being loyal to Dame for forever. He's been saying like
even when they asked him, you go with Jay and Dame?
Yeah,
Remember that part where he's like,
I think that
I betrayed him.
Yeah, no, he's like I went with
well,
Jay
that's
because
why I
it was,
said 10 because I think 5 years ago that hit him.
But that wasn't 5 years ago. That was before that, no?
I think Yeezus Ye still would have said Jay, right? That was Watch the Throne and stuff.
Yeah.
But Life of Pablo one was the one because I'm thinking about when I heard these when I think
Is that when he said that? Though?
Charlamagne had asked him. He was
Well,
like
before that.
That was way before that because they had asked him.
So you think in 2011 he still would have
He
went
was
with
saying
Dame?
that, yeah.
They had asked him.
2011 is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
no?
he was saying it around that time.
Okay.
They were
That's
asking
what I
him.
thought.
The question more so was like, "Yo, did you remember?" It was like, "Did you betray? Do you think you betrayed Dame?"
It was like when the split up happened, like a year or two after.
Yeah,
let's
he
say.
was like, "Yeah." Like it was in a very honest way, and at the time, I don't think we understood.
I thought it was after Throne when he said
where
it. But
he was.
each
No,
own.
yeah, but it was just
like
it was the question more so was, and I understood CEO.
he just answered yes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They
Yeah,
didn't
he answered,
ask
yeah.
like, "Yo, who you think is a better person?" Or not? Who's a better CEO? And even like Josh and I were talking about it, I'm like, people don't realize that Dame had vision.
Yeah.
Right. Jay had hustle. Jay knows how to do business. Dame had vision. Dame was the one that said, yo, we're a brand. We're not just a fucking record label.
Right.
We're going to have drinks. We're going to have clothing. Jay was more so like, that's a good idea. You're right. We could do that. Nobody wants to sign you? We started our own shit.
You needed Jay's hustle because Jay would show you,
1,000%.
nah, we can't, we're doing too much here.
Not only just
Where
that,
Dame
though.
is going to go, but them being like, for instance, like, I'm not saying that Jay wouldn't want to do that, but, like, I'm sure Dame was big about saying, yo, no, we need, like, a 100-foot yacht for Big Pimpin'. Yo, but we could get this one for 75 foot.
Yeah.
No. We need the 100-foot. We need the 100-foot one.
Yeah.
Because we're Big Pimpin'.
Right.
This is what it, you know what I mean? So
That's
you
a
can't
good
put,
point. Yeah,
and
that's a good example.
I thought it was dope that he said that, like, he was spitting mad gems and stuff like that. But,
saying
like,
that Jay's selfish.
that was pretty cool. Because something that we all felt.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
I feel like Nas
He's like,
is
he'll tell
selfish
himself.
too.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I feel like a lot of the goats are selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope when he said that Dame ain't never gonna be broke. That was cool.
That was dope. And
That was cool.
remember what he said too?
Yeah.
He said,
Do it.
He said, Steve Rifkin.
Oh.
He said, white boy, don't talk about.
Oh, 100%. Yo, Steve, watch your fucking mouth, Stave. You talk
Yo,
a
he's-
lot of shit
he's
like
all-
you
that
know
shit was
shit.
ill.
He's all a part of that Wu-Tang.
Yeah, but that shit
by
was
the
so
way.
ill, right?
He-
The way he
he
said it,
signed
though.
Steve Rifkin
Yeah.
was
Yeah, but
loud,
the-
dude.
Yeah, it was loud.
He started
yeah.
that
The way he said
Fat
that
Joe,
shit.
Fat Joe was like, yo, man, that's my guy. You know,
Yo,
yeah.
but the way he said that shit was so, honestly, it was so ill.
It was so Dame.
Yo, yeah, he was like, yo, don't ever question that shit. Like, yo, Dame put me on.
Yeah.
He gonna eat forever. Like, he good forever. And same shit that he said about Beans, too. Like,
Yeah.
similarly, where he was like,
By the way, if you guys don't know,
Beans is
said
Beanie
this
Siegel.
weekend, Beanie Siegel said that I guess Ye's people hit him up like, yo, He owes him $50 million because they said in the interview like
he's like, I've been trying to reach out to him.
He created Yeezy.
Yeah,
the name Yeezy. Like he was the one calling me Yeezy. $50 million and 5% stock, right? 5% stock in his
company.
Yeezy empire or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. I don't know. Again, like I said before, that should be nice if he does it.
You think Beans made up that number, yo?
$50 million?
Yeah.
No, that sounds like a Kanye number.
Yeah, why not?
Kanye's very like
bill.
linear. 50 million, 5%.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yo.
Remember, he's not good with numbers.
I was gonna say one of the dopest things he said
That's
was
what
that.
he said.
Remember, yo, wait, one of
That
the
wasn't dope, nigga.
No, not that.
Ask Big Sean.
No, not that.
Yo, facts. 6 million coming.
But wait, 6 million, but that's not his label.
Who cares?
The music's is not owned by Kanye, so
No, that wasn't the problem.
We'll get into
Did you see what they
the.
put up today?
no, I didn't see.
Let's get
that.
into we'll get into the controversy.
But
Go ahead.
but further than that.
That's not controversial.
There's a lot of controversy in the second interview. Are you kidding me?
But by the way, and I didn't like that. By the way, that everyone just talked about the controversy, and there was so much good about this.
No, there's mad gems in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
And
it was like
gems and entertaining.
yeah.
We'll talk about that with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Later on, because that's what y'all people do. People miss context. They go off of what they're showing you. Same thing y'all do with the media and Aaron Rodgers.
By the way,
whatever.
but wait. By the way,
Back into this.
I respect that about you though, because you didn't see the interview yet when we were all talking in the group chat and shit like that, and you only saw we talked about the Big Sean shit,
yeah.
and then you said I don't want to say anything until I see the whole interview and get it, get the real context of everything, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of people will see the headline and just kind of run with that type shit.
I'm big on context, you know.
Poor Joe Buddens.
Yeah, Budden. Is
Sorry.
Yeah, what's up with you, man? You trying to press buttons?
Sorry, I said Joe Buddens.
Yo.
I wouldn't be from Queens if I didn't say Joe Buddens. Everybody says Joe Buddens.
That's true. That's why I corrected you, because I've dealt with that fight my whole life, man.
I thought it was Joe Buttons at first.
It sounds dope.
Yeah, it sounds like a made-up name.
Nore still calls him Joe Buttons.
Yeah.
Well, then I got to change it because my IQ is way higher than Nore's.
Yeah, just kidding, Revolt. But yeah, man, I think overall, great show. The best gem I got, and I love that he spoke on this because too many people see what he says at first, and especially us. Like I said, we dig so deep into like, oh, my rights. But he may not be trying to go against your rights as a female. And it's when he spoke about how
the abortion stuff?
Yeah, how Planned Parenthood is set up to eradicate black people, to control and this is shit
You don't see that side though.
You
Because at
don't?
first when I heard him crying, I'm like, yo, you're like bugging. But like, yo, it makes sense.
Nore gave him the platform to speak.
So it made sense.
Nore gave him a chance to say his full thought. Like, yo, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to give you another option. What I believe is an option that's not allotted
that
to
orphanage
us.
shit sounds dope.
It's fire.
That sounds dope.
That whole orphan
Because
and
it ain't gonna
foster
be
child
some.
shit
It ain't gonna
needs
be
to
some
get-
low budget shit either.
Nah, it needs to get reworked.
Yeah.
They're seen too much as the lower end of the spectrum, and nobody wants them. That's cool, but if his idea comes to fruition, which is like taking them under a wing and actually raising them right, which is
Kanye. He's gonna brand it.
Well, when's the
That's the biggest thing
time-
about it.
When's the last
the Gap
time
needs to fund it.
Absolutely. When's the last time you heard of like a fund to make an orphanage better? Like we get a lot of cancer research. We get like this research.
Never be.
We get
That's facts.
like
No, that's
the
facts.
ice bucket challenge.
Take
But
care
when
of
do you ever
heartbroken
hear
trans
about
kids.
Where do you ever hear about you're bugging? Whenever you when do you ever hear like them saying you know what we need to kick money to this orphanage because they need to have because them
That's a good
too
point, though, for real.
they should they don't have a father a father figure or a mother figure, right? But they should have like the same type of type of upbringing.
Dog, look at orphanage numbers.
Children that have it's
Typical
just crazy.
kids in orphanages
Look at Joe.
and adoption numbers. Yeah, look.
To show you.
That's why he ended up killing that
He
way.
abandoned him to the gay couple to Lamar.
No, what happened to him as a kid? Remember?
Oh,
He was an orphan.
he was an orphan.
but he abandoned Henry too, yo.
That's
If you
why
ain't
he became the way
If you ain't seen you yet, I
Well,
don't know what to
he
tell you.
fucked it up.
You know what I mean?
But
I
what
watched it.
saying-
I watched it twice.
What I was saying is kind of more important than these jokes is in
He's a wild
orphanages
joke,
and adoptions, the percentages are way higher for people of color.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking black people. I'm talking about Hispanics. I'm talking about Indian. Like, there's a lot more that do not get adopted that end up running through the system, the foster system, than there are white kids, right? And like,
And then
he
what
made a
happens
good
when they
point.
become of age?
They got fertility clinics in most white neighborhoods. He said, you don't see that shit in a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
You see more Planned Parenthood stuff. And that goes back to that foundation and how it was started.
That's so crazy. And I think about that.
I didn't. Until he said that, I was like, let me look this shit up.
But real talk.
But it's about his. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I know that there's been a lot of like, I don't want to label it conspiracy theory, but that's how I saw it. I'm not gonna lie to you. About that being geared towards, or okay, what he said was the person who created Planned Parenthood, that lady.
Was it KK member or something like that?
Yeah, that lady was. I remember seeing research about that, and I don't think that that's absolutely true. So it could be like some funny shit on that. I don't know if maybe you did your own research and you probably know more than I did.
Right.
Maybe
I did.
But yeah, maybe
me and Aaron Rodgers did.
But I definitely could see word. But I definitely could see how that is kind of the same way that we talked about. I think he said it too, like the liquor stores and all that, which people have said before, but it's just like so true, obviously, that you see those kind of things in gun shops and whatever. Obviously not in New York, but in other states, in hoods and shit like that, more so than you see it in like white neighborhoods. And it makes sense though, in a sense that based on what
in
people
Midtown
say,
it's called Wine and Spirits.
Yeah,
liquor store around there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And also it makes sense in a way that I believe white people. I'm not trying to like.
We are not anti-white. Don't get this shit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to single nobody out. No, I'm just talking about what I.
We're not reverse racist.
And you know what? And if I'm ignorant in saying what I'm gonna say right now by just singling out white people, I apologize. But it's only what I know. You know what I mean? Only what I think I know, and that is that white people probably struggle with having kids and shit like that a lot of times. Meanwhile, minorities probably are
more
the ones
fertile.
You're
saying?
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that probably do, like you said before. Making sure that they go to a clinic that they can artificially inseminate, and they're more into that kind of stuff than minorities would be in.
Or it could also be that I was raised in a culture where all my cousins had kids by the time they were 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
So I'm looked as like weird to be this old and not have a family yet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like how you were brought up too.
Yeah.
You know? Where like at home, it was just kind of like, because my parents got married at 19 and 21. You understand what I'm saying? It's like what they saw too.
Yeah.
So like where my boy Patrick, shout out to Patrick, his dad is mad old and Patrick's younger than me.
I was about to do it too. Patrick.
No. I stopped. Haitian Patty. Yeah, nah. But yeah. So it's like, it's one of those things. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing too. Mm-hmm.
I would
like,
say
so
that.
like, so like where they do maybe do that in vitro is where, because it's kind of like, all right, well, I'm waiting till I'm 40 or whatever. You know what I mean? And then like, now they have to do it that way. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think on that side as well too. So like, cause I remember in my head, I would be like, damn, am I fucking up right now? Like by like not having, you know what I'm saying? By not like, that's like, that was culture. Like, yo, before you turn 30, house, kids, all that stuff.
I got two takes on that.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, yeah.
Well, my first take is that goes all the way back again to the education factor and how the education system, this is stuff that you can actually find online in books, in journals, whatever you want to do, was funded by the Rockefeller family. And the thought is they're not taught that, right? We brought that from our cultures, from like different islands, different things, where there was no such thing as stopping life.
Yeah. No.
It's continued life.
My mom is one of 14, dogs. My dad is one of 8.
My dad is one of 11. My mom one of 10.
Y'all don't want to take a break?
I don't have those numbers, but yeah.
Your mom is one of 5.
Yeah,
and
one
your
of 5.
father's one of 5.
Bro, 5.
I am one of 4, 1 of 5.
You're one of 5.
1 of 5. Yeah.
5 is a lot.
Yeah.
Yuck. I'm one of 5 too. I just realized it.
Starting lineup.
Facts.
You're one of 3 that you know.
That's sad but true.
Yo, yeah. You know what's funny? Teddy's face said it was sad and true. Teddy's like, damn, that hurt. It might
It actually didn't hurt. It just sad but true.
Not that it hurt.
You know
He had
what I
the
mean?
realization, like the face of like, oh shit, maybe.
It's true.
That's why I didn't get those.
Listen, I found one of
That's
my
why I
siblings
didn't-
when I was 28.
Why I didn't
right?
get those 15s and 16s? Because he didn't have money.
Yeah, dude. And my
Dad's sending money
You
off
had,
on
to,
the low.
you had to give it to Don,
On the
Chetty.
low.
My second take is nothing to do with this, and I'm going to just touch on it real quick. But I thought about it the other day on how realizing that people are having children later now, but you also have to realize life expectancy is getting longer now.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not realizing. We're on a totally different... Things are changing so much, especially now that we're in this metaverse. Like, guys, this is not a real set. And things are prolonged life. Like, there was a study, and they said, you're living amongst children right now. You're around the child that's going to live to be 200 years old, whether you understand it or not, right? So 150 to 200, they said, right?
I don't
because
understand
of
it.
So a kid born today, Jonah, has the chance to live to 150. Why? Because of the way we're progressing with medicine, the way we're progressing with health.
I got you.
The way things are progressing. Right. We
might have a chance to live pretty deep because of that too. Not as far because they're gonna have,
but good into our 110.
They were able to create a vaccine. Pfizer, Joe Rogan. Who else did? Like
no, for real, he's part of it.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I know Bill Gates is part of it.
The greatest minds were able to. So I agree with you. I agree with you there. Where it's like, you know, you can do that. Like
that mindset has changed already. I think not with our parents, obviously, and not with us because
America wants me to go to Colombia 3 more times before I settle down.
Exactly.
Yeah. 100%. to see Cali, to see Medellin, to explore the food.
Yeah. Exactly.
I will go with you to explore real estate as well.
All that good stuff.
I need to look at places to buy.
That Budden has no joke.
So now we're gonna get to the reach aspect of this whole thing.
Dog, I didn't say what my favorite was or anything like that, man.
We're not concerned with your favorite.
You said 8 gems.
Your favorite's the whole episode.
The whole episode was a gem.
Wait, there was.
You know what his reach was? Saying that he's only 9 billion strong. I think he has like more like 10 or 11 billion. He just has to count to billions.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I can't quote what he said, but he said it before.
Nigga, who quoted him here?
I'm just saying. Okay, I can't even say exactly what he said.
Because you're not good with numbers?
Nah, because I sounded like Mayweather, right? Talking about, I can't read. I can't. Remember he said about Talib? He's like, but go ahead with your book reading and all of that. But like, ask people who they want to be.
Keep reading your books. See where it gets you.
He's like, keep reading books, but ask people who they want to be. Talib Kanye West.
Yo, Gem, fucking Gem. I love when he shitted on niggas in the right way because it wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
Listen, one of my reaches is actually a gem as well. But we'll get to there.
Handsome is Kanye for real.
No, it's
yo, you're going full blown. It's not only the outfit.
I'm wearing this shit
he
every
lives
episode.
This. He lives this.
Well, that's why I love this interview because a lot of the shit he said, and yo, you know what? Sorry to cut you off, but I have to do more of this on this show as well. Because a lot of shit he spoke on.
More shit.
We don't talk enough shit.
More truths.
Shout out Buddha, man. Love you, Buddha.
Shout out. Word up.
Yeah, Buddha, live your life. We only put this shit on Tuesdays for you, but you're not here.
Yeah, nigga shot Monday.
Today's not Monday. He's lying. Nah, Buddha, it is Monday, man. I gotta give you. I don't know what to do anymore with you, man. This shit just feels weird.
Don't lose your train of thought, please.
Yeah, yo, Buddha got me off my game.
Damn, man.
That's how your love kills, man.
Damn.
Because I love my cousin, B, and I can't even stay focused when I think about.
You got emotional.
Yeah, man. You can't see the tears through these glasses.
That's why you wear them.
I think I might wear them every episode now.
Yeah, that's why you wear them.
Nah, but for real, I need to do a better job at saying truths. All of us, right? Like, not just like leaving it. Like, when he kept saying, yo, I'm going to get killed after this. Whatever, but the interview's done.
Yeah.
That shit struck me because I'm like...
I hated hearing that, man. Like, I hated it. Like,
it's not going to happen.
No, I'm saying that
He's not
sucks.
that important.
Yeah.
But I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in the way that they have fed us that he's nuts so much that people won't hear it and take it as, yo, that's some scientific shit.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best gems that he said in the show.
There we go. See, I know it's somewhere.
Yeah, he said...
I'm going to give y'all truth.
I can't even quote it, but he said, like, insanity is the
root of all evil.
Nah, he said something like insanity is the way, like, they basically, like, they
shut you down.
They almost kill you in a way because it's like at that point once they label you insanity, he said it so well. It's like a quote. We'll probably talk about it after the show.
Oh, I love the fact that he said that too. Like, yo, they structured it so I'm separated from my parents separated.
Yeah,
they structured it so I'm beefing with Jay.
Yo, how crazy is that? That he said, yeah, that's another big time gem where he was like, yo, listen, that's why I would never do that again. I want to bring everybody together. He's like, yo, the system is the reason why my parents went together because my mom went to Chicago to find more money.
I want to bring everybody together by shitting on Sean and shitting on Legend.
Nah, but aside from that, but you hear what I'm saying? Like when he said, "Yo, the system made my mom go to Chicago, so then I didn't grow up with my dad because she found a better opportunity money wise." He's like, "I don't want that to be the case."
Yo, the Jews don't beef, right? No offense, Jews, but y'all don't beef like that. And if anything, if you look at the top 3 guys, quote unquote, right, when it comes to tech, which is Bezos, Zuckerberg, Elon, they don't send shots at each other. They don't say, like, they joke. Their biggest come up, their biggest flex is, yo, I got better systems than you now. Guess what? I got better software than you now. Our shit is like, yo, you see it with the drill scene and all this shit. Like, let me talk shit about you. Let me talk you down in front of your friends. Like, but we're taught that.
Yeah.
Listen, I love beef. anytime I hear a beef track, no matter how old I get, it's like, what? Who said what?
But that's what I was saying today, though. I was like, yo, that's why it's corny, really, when you think about it. Like, the Kanye and Drake beef is kind of corny in a way because they're not even...
both squares?
But they're not battling each other, bro.
We're gonna get into that. Fuck that fake
That's
Drake
a reach.
shit.
Yeah, no, that's some tabloid shit. Oh, but what I wanted to say was that the quote that he said was, because I pulled it up here, is...
Don't be calling Drake fake.
No, the fake Drake thing. You know that?
Yeah, stop calling him that.
Wait.
Oh, the fake Drake guy?
No, Drake. You're calling him fake. I know what you're saying.
No,
it's a
the
fake
guy
Drake.
Fake making money.
I'm trying to catch that.
Fuck his topic.
Now, what Kanye said was the declaration of insanity is a form of control.
Facts.
And that's what it was. It's like once they said that he was insane, now they have power over him. You know what I'm saying? Now they can
I control what you think about it.
Now if you push it too far and say something too crazy,
Well,
he's crazy.
The narrative is the narrative is they push their narrative on you. So
This outfit is making me so hot.
But that wasn't my gem. Just
I
real
am
quick.
literally sweating.
You can't even say it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you gotta cool it.
I was like last week. I was going to cut this shit short.
No, but I think he said it before too. He said shit like this before, where he's talking about culture. That shit was really big to me. We said, "What's our culture? What braids, cornrows? Like, yo, what are we really adding? What are we adding to the culture? All we do is once again is spend money and contribute to other people's culture. Everyone else owns the culture. White people own the culture.
I get what you're saying, but I do think that they set the trend though. You understand what I'm saying? And it trickles down to
and who benefits?
Old Navy and Abercrombie. No, I get what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah.
He's talking about money though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's where, and when we talk about like reaches and like where I kind of disagree with him, and we'll get to that part. It's kind of like, out of one side, he's talking about, yo, I'm about to get the T, talking about the trillion, which I think is inspiring. But at the same time, you're talking about classism.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So out of one mouth, you're over here talking about this, and this. And then you're over here talking big money talk.
I agree.
So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you're like,
do you remember when he mentioned the T?
Like, you broke niggas, like, get on my level.
But no.
Like the way he comes off.
That's true.
You know what
but
I'm
when he
saying?
said the T part that you said specifically,
But that's inspiring though.
No, but that's not what he was saying.
Because he said he
though.
was going to be a billionaire.
But what I'm saying is that when he said the T part, if you listen back on it, he was talking about that thing. If he was talking about his mom and moving away, he was talking about like how he wants to build the orphanage, and that's when he said like, yo, then I'm gonna make a T.
But that's what
he was talking about how he's gonna build this shit up so big. That he's gonna like obviously like I guess put the money back into that kind of shit. It was actually a positive thing when he mentioned the T part. But I agree with you. Like it was contradicting in a lot of ways, and I think part of that is the battle. Not only that, but it's the battle of living in a capitalist society and wanting change to happen, but you're still you would still grow up capitalist.
Right.
So it's like it's contradicting because it's like
I lived that battle.
You feel like the only way for you to solve problems is for you to be the richest guy and solve everybody's problems, but like that's not. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of.
But money does allow you that freedom.
It's hypocritical, exactly. I agree.
You know what I mean?
But it's our mindset because it's like,
right.
and to further that point, sorry, Johnny.
No.
But to further that point, it's like, you're right. We create culture. We create what's cool. You know what I mean? Like in general, but it's like, why don't we create what's cool and own it?
Right. Like
it's both. You can do both.
I remember when he first signed to Yeezy and why he left Nike, it was because like, he was like, I needed the control of everything. But then when they asked him, well, why are the Yeezys $300 or $250 or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't make the price points. So, you understand what I'm saying? So it's one of those,
I'll tell you where I'm programmed in that sense. Like, let's go to like the whole cryptocurrency shit, right? Like, I'm like, oh, this is great. NFTs is great. The moment Jim Jones came with the Capo coin, I said, that's corny. Nigga.
Why did it become corny?
Because I'm programmed.
Yeah. Because why? For instance, I forgot who.
I caught myself. I was gonna shit on it. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
I forgot who said it, but Master P made like rice, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that like I laughed right away as opposed to being like, what happens if it's just as good as Uncle? What happens if it's just as good as Uncle Ben's or whatever the rice is?
That was his beef. Remember?
I got an answer
and
for you.
He's right though.
I got an answer for you
with the ramen. He's like, I got the same sodium. Y'all got a problem with my sodium because I'm black.
Wait, no, exactly. I was gonna say it actually has to do with another part of the interview where I'm not gonna lie. People giving him a lot of credit for it, Kanye, and actually, it was Tyler, the Creator, the first person who I heard saying this, where he got an award for best rapper or something like that, and he was like, yo, I feel like rapper is saying...
Nigga.
Yeah. Tyler said that.
Tyler said that before Kanye.
Right.
And then Kanye said that people were like, oh, he's a genius for saying it now, whatever. But it's true from all sides.
Well, they're friends, so I'm sure
Yeah.
Ye told Tyler that once, and Tyler was, yo, you're right.
Maybe. Yeah. Or maybe he heard from Tyler and... thing as well,
but
because he kind of forgets.
There's a difference though, because when you're at a game and they cut to the celebrities, you should say Kanye West artist. When they cut to Quavo, it should say rapper.
Yeah,
because that's what he does.
Yeah.
He raps. You understand what I'm saying?
He raps and sings.
50, when they show 50, it's rapper, actor. You know, or a rapper, producer, a rapper,
You better
whatever.
watch your mouth.
Because
that guy's
they do,
a writer.
They do more. But
That's what I was going to say right now,
They do
honestly.
more than that, though.
Yeah.
Well, for Quavo right now, what is J. Cole? A rapper.
Yeah.
Right?
Hip-hop artist.
Hip-hop artist. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Paints a picture.
I think they they label
rapper-
certain specific.
Okay.
Rapper is like, you got to understand, it's not
Do
our
they say?
fault.
Do they say rocker?
No,
No, they don't.
They say.
They don't say
I wonder
rock
what
star.
They say.
They say celebrity. Michael Hall.
Yes.
No. I'm talking about like.
Yeah, when they say rock and roll
musician, maybe.
Musician. You're right. They say
I gotta
musician.
say, what happens if
Musician.
Yeah,
Steven
exactly,
Tyler.
exactly.
What happens if
That's
Tommy?
facts.
What happens if Tommy
That's
Lee?
facts. No,
What happens if
that's
Tom? No, I need to look at that. What happens if Tommy Lee gets put up on the board?
It might say
Like,
musician.
what do they say?
It might say musician.
They don't say rocker.
No.
It might say
Wow.
musician.
Musician because that's
Interesting.
an art.
You know, and further than that,
R&B. They don't say that.
they definitely don't. Exactly. They
Like,
say musician.
Joe's not gonna get on the fucking board, but I know I thought of Joe as the R&B
Joe
person.
who? Joe who?
JoJo.
Like
Damn,
Joe.
do you man OB?
Yeah, just told Joe.
I
Joe?
actually
I think of R&B. I think Joe.
Joe, the singer.
G-Unit. That's why you
yeah.
think of Joe.
Could be.
No, it
I wanna
definitely
be
is.
your lover.
No, I don't want to be a player no more. Yo, don't put some
Yeah, that
respect on
too.
Joe's name.
No, but that's a great.
no
What are you talking about, man? I want
Those are
to be a
classics.
lover is a great
Nah,
song too.
man.
I mean, the Lloyd Banks shit.
That's one of the best R&B.
Exactly,
hip-hop
man. No,
songs.
that's a great song.
We'll
Not gonna
debate
lie.
that. That's going to be a brunch banter topic.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
They have a couple of those bangers, R&B bangers for sure.
I just feel like that one is like really good. But
No, but further than that, and I'm not
Smile.
defending him in any way. You're gonna have this on a T-shirt, the Kanye shit.
yeah,
But
not to bring it back to Ye.
but for real, we actually I've had conversations like with you guys and even in other group chats and shit like that with you guys included, where it's like we talk about his fashion, and it's like yeah, but who cares when it's music? But like yo, his fashion is what made him a billionaire. So he's definitely beyond music. He's definitely
If there's anybody that shouldn't just say rapper
or even
it's
musician,
it's
even
Kanye
to a
West.
certain extent.
It's Kanye
He could
West.
want he could
It
argue
should
that.
just
But I mean,
say
how many-
entrepreneur.
but,
yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
West.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
He's so much bigger than even
But
music at this point. His
I
impact
think
in
if they said
clothes-
even they say entrepreneur, Ye would be like,
Yep.
put visionary.
Yep.
Yeah,
he would.
yeah.
Put better than Walt Disney.
He would.
That's
And
what
what's
he would
wrong
say.
with that, man?
That's what he would-
Yo, he's
that's
gonna
what he
put the
would say.
envelope.
And that's what he would say. What was your biggest issue with the interview?
The time when he shitted on Sean, because I never remember Sean saying anything during the Democratic Party shit, none of that. Like,
I don't remember that either. I know John Legend did.
at all.
I
John,
remember that.
but yeah, that one, that's why it wasn't a reason.
And Common, because Common kind of just said that I'm with these people. So what I'm doing?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's his political view. So to feel in any way like Sean betrayed you is again there might be some other proof he's gonna come out with, but from what he said was, yo, he stood with the Democrats. I didn't see it.
So the Big Sean thing for me, what I remember, and I
Yeah.
could be misremembering, is where when they brought up that Kanye was running for president, he kind of like scoffed at it, kind of like it's like me saying like you say you were running for president and I didn't have your back. I was just like, yeah, like he's bugging. You
That's
know
not
what I'm
he
saying?
said. Yeah.
That's what I remember
Right.
about that's what I remember about why he will have an issue. He's bugging when he's like, yo, like the worst thing I ever did is sign Big Sean. No, there's no way that's the worst thing you ever did because Big Sean's giving you
No,
great years of music.
I'll say this though. I
So
wasn't
it's like-
angry at that.
So your pick about Pusha and Sean has to do with your personal feelings.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I hate Josh, so I have to pick between you both, right? And I say, you understand what I'm saying, right,
And you're gonna
Josh?
pick everyone against me.
Right,
Yeah.
of course, right? Yeah, there you go.
I
See what I'm
didn't have a
saying?
problem with that though. Personally, I didn't have a problem with him.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to take away from Josh as a host, as an artist. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
I won't do that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with
Obviously.
him saying that part because I don't know the business. Maybe Sean was a bad pick on business end. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to say, oh, he's a traitor because of what he said with the Democrat, and there's no proof of it. Joshua even sent me a clip
Mm-hmm.
of what Sean said at that point,
Yeah.
and it was like, it was all positive. Realistically, it was like, oh, shit, yo, that's Ye, man. He's always going to do something crazy, but I got his back. That's my brother.
There was like weirdness though, because like I remember like people.
I do
asking,
remember
like,
that, too,
Why
but
he-
the contract,
Why is
pull
he?
it up.
Why is
No,
he-
no,
Why is he
but
not on
you
this
said before.
particular album and
Yeah.
stuff like that? And he was just like, well, Ye is doing, like. Kind of like it sucks because like the media will ask you these questions. And you know what? This made me learn. Like we think Kanye West is in a bubble. He's not in a bubble, though. He hears everything, yo. Yeah, it's like, or either hears what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
and
He's
we
very
used to say
aware.
that. We used to be like, yo, Kanye's in his own bubble. He didn't even hear that album.
He's too aware.
I think he does.
He's too aware.
I think he does
And
because in his mind, when he brought the Drake shit, he was saying how his mind goes. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel bad that he battles
bad.
that.
You feel bad for Kanye for that?
I feel like he battles shit like that, though. It's that like one thing that he hears, it like imagine that you're hearing something like it fucks with your whole day. Like that can't
shouldn't.
be. It shouldn't
He's
because
too big.
it shouldn't because you're Kanye West.
Yeah.
He's a human
I'm
being.
who I am.
Exactly,
I don't
yeah.
have any money like Kanye West, but there's certain shit that I let roll off my shoulder. Where
Yeah.
like I feel like Kanye West, if he hears something, he'll overanalyze it and be like, "Yo, you know."
No,
what?
I agree.
and it will stop him from functioning in his.
And
day.
that's what makes him to me human. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, because it's like even when he mentioned at one point being jealous about Virgil, which is a big deal. He was like, "Yo, I was jealous that he got the spot that I always wanted."
But that's human.
He's like, "Yo," he said, "Yo, I'm human, bro. I get jealous about people. Like that's I'm just being honest." And honestly, it's not human to admit that though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of maturity. It takes a lot for somebody.
Oh,
to
it's
admit
not
that.
cultural to admit it. It is human to admit.
Yeah,
it.
no, exactly. Yeah, it's very human to admit it. It's just
In
not
hip hop to be like I was jealous.
not only in hip hop in the world.
I do feel
In the
like,
world, I
though,
feel like in
Virgil
regular-
and Dancy always gave him his flowers, though. I feel like they always like let them know like I wouldn't have this position if it wasn't for Kanye West.
Yeah.
You understand? But maybe that's not enough for him to
But
So
not
how,
only
how
that,
you guys
because
feel about the
Louis Vuitton shitted on him.
Not only
about
that,
that though?
Drake, that
Him
was
being
fucked up.
like, you know, they turned their back on me. That's kind of the way he made it look. Like, once they were on, they kind of
Because he started working with Drake and like doing a
that's
watch for
the
Drake. and
that's
stuff
the
like
worst
that. Is that what it
part.
is? Okay.
To be real with you, in the middle of them beefing, he started working with Drake, and he didn't have to.
But he said Drake is a scientist, and that's how Drake does war.
No, I get it.
Art of war.
I'm not mad
So
at Drake.
he shouldn't be surprised that Drake did that. He shouldn't be mad at Virgil then because, I know what Drake is doing.
Yeah, but why does Virgil got to play a part in that?
Because Virgil's a fucking not his man.
That's exactly why he should be mad at Virgil. Not mad at Drake. Drake did the right thing. He's playing war. But Virgil, you don't have to do that. You're Virgil, bro. Like you just said right now, you got Louis Vuitton, all of this shit. You don't need Drake. Drake, yeah, we understand Drake's impact, but does he need Drake to still maintain who he is, Virgil?
Do you think maybe that he's trying to show that he's independent without Ye?
In a way, there got to be
You
some
think it has to
personal
be
shit.
some
It
type
got to
of
be
thing?
some
Yeah.
personal shit where he feels some kind of way, whatever. I guess, or maybe people just move that way. Maybe he's a fan of Drake, bro. Maybe he's a fan of Drake, and it's that simple for him.
Yeah.
But
Maybe he developed a friendship
had-
with Drake. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That
you
like,
think Chetty's taking shots at me when he knows
Always.
I don't fuck with boom bap, but he uses that shit as part of like our
he's trying to make you a better man.
ads? It doesn't make me better. It makes me hate our own shit.
What are you talking about? When I put something on social media and I put like Griselda in the back of it?
Boom. That's not boom bap, man.
What are you talking about? When I
Boom
use
bap is. I don't want to get into it.
Don't say Mob Deep. That would be funny though.
When do I use it for our like promotion?
You've used it. I can't remember because I try to avoid things that
Give me
like,
the-
I try to avoid ill feelings with my friends. So
What's
I'm
it
like,
called again?
you know what? Let me erase this boom bap shit from my history.
So
Chetty
what
trying to fuck with me, man.
what song did I use though? You got
Probably
to give me
some
an
Tribe
example.
Called Quest shit.
Yo, dog. I
But
love
Tribal
Tribe
War
Called
Tour
Quest,
is like that's Queen shit though. That was like 718 Day.
Nah.
man.
still
What's
boom
the
bap.
name of that shit, man?
I know you're taking shots.
Okay,
at me.
yo,
What did I
okay,
use?
I'll tell you right
No,
now.
yo,
Wait.
you're not even. It's not even a thought. It's just like
Yeah,
this just
and
goes.
that's why he
good.
promotes hip hop advocates. He knows I don't like boom bap.
Yeah, but those are my niggas.
Nah,
Yeah. wait.
Those are like real friends that promote our shit.
Wait.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Chris.
Those are my niggas.
I, not just Chris, but John and Erupt. Like, yo, thank you guys, man. Real talk.
For sure. But another example of that is maybe the boom bap that you talking about. What's that beat that J. Cole rapped over?
Still tipping?
No, 94 to Infinity.
Nigga still tipping. It's not.
Yeah,
boom bap.
that's not boom bap.
Oh.
94,
Oh, sorry.
94
Nah,
to Infinity.
Everybody can use that beat. 93 to Infinity.
That song, that beat is fucking.
I got that. I got a freestyle over that
yeah,
shit.
that shit is hard.
I ain't gonna lie. I did it after Rick Ross.
Oh, we're still
Rick Ross spit on that shit.
I'm lost. We're still talking about boom
93
bap.
and- yeah.
That's my bad.
All right,
I just
so
remember the last thing that he bodied before his album
Yeah,
was
yeah.
still tipping.
how do you feel? Because I know you thought that was a reach about the Just Blaze statement.
You know, I love Blueprint. I think it's the greatest album ever made, hip hop album ever made. Isn't it? What is it in the? No, I was supposed to say the Hall of
What the
Science.
fuck did I do with Just Blaze?
It's not in the Hall of Science.
I know. I was about to say, yo, it's in the Hall of Science, right?
Right there, Queens.
It's in the Smithsonian.
Shetty got the old man laugh right now. Santa?
It's in the
Yo, it's hot in here.
It's in the Smithsonian. I forgot what. Oh, it's in the shit. It's in something. But anyways, my favorite rap album.
I know what you're talking about, like the Library of Congress type shit. Like,
Thank you. Why
exactly,
can't you just say that
Something
shit? Yo, that's the right answer.
It just came up to my head right now, dog.
That's what
I don't even know.
Yeah, me over here saying, yo, it's in the Bronx Zoo. It's in fucking the aquarium.
The frick.
It just came to me,
it's
dog.
in Night at the Museum and
I don't
shit.
even know if I'm right.
Nigga.
Library
no,
of some shit.
You are
Library
correct.
of Congress.
Library of
Thank you.
Congress.
Thank you. It wasn't, that's what we
Sounded like something.
That's what we usually, that's when Fa would be back and I'd blame him. I'd be like, yo, you should have said something.
Like, it's the Library of Congress.
Fire is back there. He's just doing what he always does.
Yeah.
What, nigga? I'm eating fries.
Yeah.
Yo, these fries are stale.
Yeah.
Yo, Chetty, you ordered this?
Some funny shit.
Don't order from here no more.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got more subliminals than Jay-Z.
Yeah,
dog.
facts.
So crazy.
Y'all got more.
Where? You say you passed the buck?
Yes.
We're a unit. This is the only way this is going to work.
Apparently not.
The Blueprint's my favorite album.
I'm
the
here to
Just,
balance
the
it out,
Just
man.
Blaze thing I felt was a reach. There has to be something personally going on between them, because for him to say like I don't get what where's Just Blaze in life and where I am in life has to do with anything as far as like production. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like Kanye West is like you said, Josh. He's more than a producer. He ended up being a rock star. He ended up being a fashion like expert. You know what I'm saying? Like
A mental patient.
all that good stuff.
He did.
So it was that, and we'll get to the John Legend thing too, which I thought was
Nah, he was
whatever.
right. That John Legend shit was super right.
He may be right, but he's no one to talk though,
Why?
because a couple years ago he was on his knees for Donald Trump. You understand what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
So it's like
That's still his political standpoint.
He's still
What
political.
John
And
Legend
John
did
Le-
was
and-
flip on him
but at the
and
same
take shots at him.
time though, all John Legend said was like, "Yo, yeah, he needs to not be doing that."
No, he said he's nuts.
He threw a lot of shots.
He went in on him.
I
dude.
don't know.
Nah, he's
You're not a John Legend fan,
So-
dude. We follow Chrissy
Nigga,
Teigen.
I'll tell you
No,
right now,
I'm
I'm not
not-
a John Legend fan.
I'm not gonna shit on John Legend's music. John Legend has good music.
He has
I'm
good
not-
music.
gonna
I'm
shit
not
on
a
him.
John Legend fan.
But I'm not saying I'm a fan of him. I can't say that. But he has good music, so I won't. I'm not
No,
gonna shit on him.
no.
He's
What
not a
he
good
said,
artist.
he said a lot.
Okay.
He said a lot. He said shit like, honestly,
But I
got
think,
nasty.
but I think with
he shouldn't speak about
it's-
politics. He never spoke to me about politics. He doesn't,
Oh
like
yeah,
that
no.
type of
Well,
shit.
I don't. He shouldn't say that.
And
because
I'm the
he
only
can't.
person here that voted birthday party.
He did.
I'm the only person I know that, yo, yeah, come on, man.
Nigga, you didn't vote birthday party. You said you were gonna vote birthday party. And
And
you did
I
in your
showed
head.
you my ballot.
Yeah, you told me your ballot.
I did. Matter of fact, when did we vote?
Johnny's gonna do the.
I hate when niggas do shit like that.
Where's my?
Because I'm the last.
Where's my lighter?
I'm the last nigga to fabricate shit for fucking clicks. I do like my nuts getting bit.
I was gonna say. I keep almost grabbing the whole bottle.
Back to the Just Blaze thing, man. I can't get with that. Like, I can't get with his reasoning for like. I don't think Just Blaze copied his style.
That
at
shit
all.
was crazy. Yeah.
I think Just Blaze has his own shit. I think that there was Just Blaze did not copy Kanye
Just
West.
Blaze is one of my favorite producers.
It's one of those things
want an
that it's
intern
like
for him.
it's like one of those things where it's like I agree with Jay when Jay said, "Yo, we had a vision for the album.
I agree.
We were looking for soul beats.
Yeah,
This is what we wanted to do with bars over it, and that's what they created."
yeah.
So like,
Who's the one that led that sound on that album? Who's the one that inspired that sound on that album? Let's be real. I'm asking you a question. Just answer the question. Who inspired the sound of that album?
the way he made it sound, Joshua, was fucking yeah. So I did the first half, and he just copied my shit.
I get
That's
it.
what he said, though.
He did say that.
Right.
I get it. But first of all, I had the conversation coming into to the show with Handsome. Handsome disagreed with me. I know that he agrees with you on this. But the way and I'm telling you right now, Just Blaze, Handsome knows this. I used to say since like every year I wanted an intern for him. I love Just Blaze.
Do me a favor real quick.
What's up?
But you love Kanye West.
I love them both. They're both some of my biggest inspirations. Fire. You did. I'm wrong.
Got time for this shit. It's not about being wrong, my nigga.
You took
I
a
don't make
picture.
shit up,
You
nigga.
took a picture. Of,
Nigga. Okay. You don't make shit up. Next time you make some shit up on this show,
or you want to tell me
best
and
believe-
Josh, this is why I am where I am.
best
This is where you are.
You best
That's why
believe.
I am where I am,
Nah.
and you're where you are.
next time, I'm getting too many shots thrown at me in this show. Next time,
that's him being Kanye
next
West.
time, I know he's full Kanye in the show. Next time, I'm gonna call you out on it for sure. Whatever, that don't mean anything to you though.
I know, right? He's gonna go to bed. He's gonna go to bed perfectly fine.
He'll still figure out a way to fucking turn around and make me the bad guy anyway. But anyway,
I should be the quarterback
look,
of the year.
and I'm not saying. Look, when I'm actually, if you remember when it happened, when I saw the interview, I said, I can't believe he took shots at Just Blaze. Like that's my guy.
It's
like,
gotta be
Just
a
Blaze, my
personal
guy.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
love Just Blaze.
Yeah.
What makes sense to me, I won't say this. He still is wrong in saying the way he said it about Just Blaze. But I feel more issue. I have more issue with the Big Sean shit easily. The reason I could kind of defend the Just Blaze thing is because, like I said, it's been told a million times. Kanye is the one that inspired the sound on Blueprint. Jay wasn't making that album until he heard the beats from Kanye. Like that's just simple fact.
Okay.
And Kanye,
but Jay-Z himself just recently said though, that we had a plan.
Yeah. That's, First of all,
somebody's not telling the truth.
He's right. No, Jay's right. Jay's right. They had a plan because Kanye led the idea of the blueprint, and then eventually it was like, yo, let's run with this sound. They got Bink. I don't know if Bink was part of that original idea, or whatever, because Bink always argues that he was. But Just Blaze, he's a great producer, but he replicated a sound that they wanted to make for the album. Nothing wrong with that. He's supposed to do that, right? But when you think about the question was Swiss Beats versus Just Blaze, he kind of got carried overboard a little bit by saying that. But
you guys hate Swiss Beats beats. Of course, he got super carried away. You guys don't like Swiss Beats beats, do you?
No,
I don't.
I do. I used to think that Swiss Beats. I used to not like Swiss Beats beats, and then I ended up.
You like Swiss Beats pre like what after World War III or
no?
I
like
Swiss DMX. Beats. You like DMX Swiss Beats?
No, I like Swiss Beats all the way after that. I still think that shit was all too.
I know what you mean.
You don't like Rough Riders Anthem and all that stuff. You don't like that?
No, I do because there's select songs obviously I like, but every little thing that you do, like all these type of songs that he was producing, like he did the shit, all the songs that had like Casio sounds to them.
I was gonna say you're picking the worst of the. I know what you're doing because I agree with you. No, I don't disagree with you.
That's what fucked with my head. And then the overuses of the same drums, like shit like that to me is fucking nuts to me.
I agree.
Like as a producer, that's why Ye is here. He's there. Even
no one's like him.
Yeah, Pharrell, even Just Blaze. Right? He may stay stuck to a sound, but he shifts. You'll hear Just Blaze do something different. Like Primo, as much as I want to shit on Primo sometimes, he'll shift. I think Swiss Beats stays and sucks the life out of a sound over and over and over again. That's my problem with Swiss Beats. I think later Swiss Beats started to play more around with different melodies and harmonies and make them sound better together. Okay. I hear things differently. So to me, a lot of that shit just felt very Casio. And that's my problem. But that's why Josh was right. That's the only place I'm going to give Joshua right. He's super wrong saying that Kanye's okay for saying this, but where Swiss Beats did his own sound and didn't care about what was going on in the world.
You're saying just borrowed from Kanye for his sound?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say right now. All I'm going to say is this. Everyone has their sound. Like Timbo has his sound.
Pharrell has
Swizz has his sound. Pharrell has his sound. Kanye has his own. Like no one's replicating these guys' style. What would you say is like Just Blaze sound? I'll tell you. I'll give him one thing. And
horns.
And I hate to talk about Just Blaze like this because I fucking love Just Blaze.
Yeah.
But anthems. Yeah. Horns and anthems. Yeah, maybe. But it's not like a super identifiable sound. Like these guys literally have their own sound.
Nigga, when I hear Just Blaze, I know it's Just Blaze.
But like
it sounds like Rockefeller. It
doesn't
even sound like Just Blaze.
Just did Pump It Up.
It sounds like it could be Kanye, Just Blaze,
did Pump It Up beat, right?
Yeah.
And like
that don't sound like nothing Kanye ever did.
That's what I'm saying. I know he took a soul sample.
That you know what I
mean?
I love Just Blaze.
And like I feel like, and that's like a.
Does Lord Knows sound like a Kanye beat?
No, Lord Knows sounds like the same beat that they've been making like Rockefeller shit. It does.
I just feel like
you're right.
I feel like it wasn't the way it was represented.
I can hear Jay on Lord Knows.
Yeah, the way it was represented was very like, it
was yucky.
It wasn't needed.
I agree.
And the thing is though, and what Kanye,
hurt me.
What I need to see from Kanye though, which I don't really understand, is that like, from what Just Blaze says, is that he just reached out to me to do work.
Yeah.
That was the shady shit to me, dude.
And then the Big Sean thing too is like Big Sean just saw him a couple days at Sunday service.
Yeah, like my dog.
And he goes, "You didn't say it." So like, and Kanye's very like what I'm feeling at the time is what I'm gonna say.
He's like me. He's a nice guy.
No, you're way nicer than Kanye.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
I'm way nicer than Kanye, but when we've had conversation about music and I tell you, yo, listen, man, I listen to music different than you, and not in a not as nice way, right? Sometimes I feel like.
What does that have to do with seeing somebody and being like, yo, what's up, man? Shit is cool.
I just told you right now.
What?
I've told Chetty things, and me and Chetty, it's all love all the time, but I told Chetty things that probably offend him in that way where people, I'd be like, yo, dog, you don't hear the same way.
Kanye did not address that. Kanye saw Big Sean and was like, yo, what's up, man? Yo.
Yeah, but they didn't talk about
Can't wait for us to collaborate again.
Yeah, but they didn't have another interview afterwards.
What do you mean?
Like, I said that to Chetty, and me and Chetty are cool. You know what I mean? Like, me and Chetty are cool, but I said some
so then maybe I'm misunderstanding the timeline.
But it's like...
Isn't Sean saying that...
But Sean saying he said that before he saw me.
After that interview?
I guess, yeah. But
no. He recorded that.
Yeah,
he shot that interview.
He did.
And then Sean says you saw me a couple of days later.
After.
So it's like you talking shit. It's like you talking shit about me.
Yeah.
And then seeing me at a barbecue and be like, yo, what up?
I know you. But like, you're going to be like,
why didn't you say
Chetty,
that,
listen, man. I was on this fucking podcast.
That's facts.
Like,
I would have.
You're probably going to hear some shit. I know you're gonna feel a certain way, but that's how I felt at the moment.
Yeah,
and this is
that's
what
facts.
I feel.
I agree. If you said that,
So when you say you're a nice guy, no, you're a different type of. You're actual nice person.
Yeah.
What Kanye West was doing on this show.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Don't get me wrong. How can I not be entertained? I fucking
They got me to listen.
Nigga, it was hilarious.
Oh, he got me to listen.
It was hilarious.
and it might not only be that,
but it was
might
just
be,
like some of the.
I agree. That's a good point you guys bring up. No lie, but and I agree with all of that. I don't think there's any way to defend that he was being wrong about that, even with the Just Blaze shit.
Right. Yeah, because what's up with the where you at in your life and where I am in my life? Like, yo, dogs, you're like I said on one on one end you're being humble, and then you're over here you're big money talk. So it's kind of like which.
Who he said that to? You talking about the Kweli shit?
No. He said it about Just. Look where he is in his life.
Okay.
Look where I am in my. Now, if you said it to Talib, because
Talib,
that's
not fair.
Because
that's not fair
the thing that's crazy, if you wanted to say that about John Legend, because you guys were saying John Legend was talking shit about him. Kweli, I've heard Kweli talk shit about Kanye West, saying like, "Yo, you need to come home already," or whatever the case may be. And okay, that's your clap back to them.
There's no defending that.
So
Kweli
that right
hasn't
there
been in
is
Brooklyn.
No, not even that. I'm saying
years.
there's no defending the whole Just Blaze saying like where you've been in my life and where I've been, because I think Just Blaze even answered that.
Just Blaze said,
Not
cool
looking back,
with
yeah,
where
exactly.
I'm
He's like, yo,
Just Blaze is a nerd that collects polo and plays video games. That's what he
and
likes.
fucking Transformers.
That's what he's
So
rich.
like, yeah,
and he considers himself rich.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
plus,
Ye is different. He's trying to change the world.
Yeah, I get it.
It's different.
I don't think that they even have that.
I think it's also, but this interview to me, a lot, and that's one thing I will point out. I don't know if anybody saw it. Showed me a lot of insecurity. As great as it was, and as reassuring as he was with certain statements, like "Yo, I'm this and I'm that," and I told you that I got more value than you. Like that's just fire. I live for shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. But I saw a lot of insecurity because too much of it in certain statements he made, and even with the name dropping shit, to me felt like, "Yo, but look where I'm at." Yeah. And that's falls to what you were saying about the whole capitalism aspect and the way we're taught in hip hop. We're not realizing it. It's a lot. It's hard to get out of that ingrained nature that we have.
Yeah.
And you saw that a lot in him. You saw the struggle between, yo, but I'm peaceful and I want to bring everybody together and do this and that. And yo, I'm that nigga, dude.
Yeah.
Like, step your life up, because a part of him still feel like the shit he said about Tata.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yo, like, he never looked at me right.
It was funny.
Yeah, that shit was. You know why? Because I picture, you know, I picture in my head that whole time.
But he probably don't forget that shit.
Imagine
I
you're laughing.
picture Joe.
Imagine you're laughing in the room and all of a sudden you look at Tata's eyes. He's like,
nigga, I picture your dad.
Yeah.
Picture your dad. Picture Joe just there, like, looking at Nelson the whole time. You know, Nelson's man now. But yeah, just like, no matter what he does, you can't be cool. Mm-hmm. Right? And so I see that affecting how Kanye said, all right, you think I can't be cool because I don't do that street shit? Nah, watch my cool. Which is cool because it empowered him, but that shit's still in his head. And I think he said that, like, to this day, like, if I got mad at Jay because of Tata. Like, that shit is wild to me. So I saw a lot of insecurity. I saw a lot of healing that needs to be done. Not to get into the whole deep shit and he needs it. But definitely, man, I think he's underappreciated. I think Kanye West is very much underappreciated. He's become the butt of a lot of jokes. And you saw it in this interview. As much as he was confident. Yeah, I guess.
in that way, I'm saying, like, people shitted on Michael Jackson until he died.
Yeah.
Later on in his career, Michael Jackson.
Man,
and it's fucking Michael Jackson. And people were talking about, like, he was a joke of every comedian's, like, thing. You know what I mean? Like, every comedian had a Michael Jackson joke. But I also wanted to say your insecurity thing that you brought up. I've been saying that for a while, too, with him and Drake. Like, that's one thing I will say is that even him saying the whole...
Drake is mad secure, by the way.
He is. But they use each other, though, like, as a crutch for, like, their confidence.
You think Drake is
in a way?
You think Drake is gonna acknowledge his?
That's what I want to
invite. That's the next topic. So you think he's gonna?
He invited him?
That fake Drake shit. Don't worry about that. But
he invited him where?
Oh, so they're gonna do a show in L.A. And he was with Jay Prince.
With Jay Prince, yeah.
And
I missed
this happened. This happened like while you were on your way over here.
Yeah.
So so Kanye read off his phone. He read like he spoke to Jay Prince. I think Jay Prince had like a gun, like he had somebody with a gun or whatever. It looked so weird.
It looked mad weird. Jay Prince like this and Kanye like this.
Yeah.
Reading off his phone.
But they did really, which is dope, because I think he has been chopping up with Jay Prince because he mentioned Jay Prince a couple times.
They've been chopping up with Drake too, even.
Him and Elon Musk or whatever.
People on the low been saying that,
which is like a weird combination.
Nah, but people been saying on the low that
I know Elon flex.
People been saying on the low, People been saying on the low that Drake was part of that circle with Jay Prince because they've been trying to get Larry Hoover Sr. out.
That's what they're trying to do.
So they said that Drake has been part of that because Jay Prince and Kanye been rolling around trying to do that, trying to get Larry Hoover out.
Yeah,
but they say that Drake's been part of that too.
Gotcha.
So now,
why is it Rick Ross helping?
Good question. But now,
I mean,
Who's the man in your
he might-
song? You
I
gonna
mean, he
help?
has one.
He might be
probably
coming
has
through.
one of his CEO friends.
yeah, he might be
like,
coming through. He might
got
be coming through. Honestly, I think people are gonna come around with this idea.
Y'all
of
niggas
doing
listen
this
to
shit,
Rick
bro.
Ross,
Yeah,
not the kid.
he might be.
A new album look crazy.
That album cover is.
I'm a princess.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I'm with you, Johnny.
50 showing growth.
Yeah. But he didn't say
Showing
anything
growth.
about it.
Didn't say anything about it.
50 ain't showing no
show-
growth.
he's
Son.
not,
Yo,
man.
he trying to come up with a home run joke.
He
nigga.
waiting. Yeah. He's waiting for the cover where he's like,
he's mad at that this is 50 fucking stab. Like, yo, y'all niggas come with a meme yet? What the fuck?
Exactly. son. Exactly.
Yeah,
I did not know
you
that.
guys think that? So, okay, so
They're gonna
I'll
definitely
bring up
piece
the
it up.
track in
Yeah,
LA.
I agree
They're
with you.
doing a show in LA. He's gonna do the show in LA. It's probably gonna be in SoFi, I would imagine. And he reached out he sent the olive branch to Drake. It's in Drake's court now. I think if he does, like, what? Okay, so I'll give you both sides. What happens if Drake doesn't do this?
He might not do it. He might
Yeah.
not.
No. How will you guys look at that? Is what I'm asking.
I'll look at him as chess. The same shit that we were saying earlier about how he plays the
Would
game.
you give him? Would you fault him for doing this? Because what if he said, like, I've been up this avenue before. I tried to work with him before.
I was gonna say that.
I came out to the dude and I left with scoop dee doop doop poop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Kanye.
That was so great.
That was
Kanye,
great.
yeah, you
That
know.
was a great troll.
So what happens if he says that? I wouldn't fault him. But now, do I want him to do it? Absolutely. It's
Nah,
better,
listen.
it's better for culture.
The reason
But nah, it's
I would
not.
be
It's
okay.
not better?
It's not better for culture, bro. That's what I was saying before.
If they,
like,
if they
yo,
do
what
music
is-
together?
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying that if they don't, they keep beefing. My fault. I
No, I
apologize.
think it's better. No, I'm not
I
digging.
would stick with. I would be okay with Drake doing that. Why? Because on that 7 p.m. song, whatever that shit was, he kind of made it like, yo, that's it. Like, I ain't fucking with you.
I think
like
Drake's
you
fed up
said,
with him.
I've
I think
been
Drake's
down
fed up
this
with him.
road. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
So stick by your word, because I would. You know what I mean? At this point, and I'm all about forgiveness, dude. I've forgiven some crazy shit, but at that point, it's like, yo, not because I'm beefing anything, yo, but for my own peace, dog. I can't be around that shit. I can't be around
Because
somebody.
it's not like
What?
they.
Why you
It's not
looking
like,
at me?
it's
that
not
way?
like
You
they
know?
need each
No,
other.
because
it's not like they need each other though.
It's funny how everyone makes Drake the victim of this situation. This
No.
nigga's mad
No,
strategic.
that's what I'm saying. Drake
Yeah.
has already started it, and
Yeah.
and it's scary because again, signs. Tracy, you know, he's a Scorpio, right? So as
No.
a Scorpio,
That's the one sign. That shit's too strong. Scorpios are.
they are fucking animals.
She's going through a battle
When they
right
have
now
an enemy,
with a cousin.
yeah, and she's not gonna let them live until they fucking die
Yo.
out
She's
and,
already
and
like,
beg for forgiveness.
Oh, so yeah, you're gonna talk to him, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm talking to whoever
Nagy's
makes
a
me dinner.
Scorpio.
Yeah. Once they got a view on somebody, I'm taking you out. Edgar, he's a Scorpio.
Exactly.
Like, that's just their nature, right? And then as a Gemini, because you're so flingy flangy, you're kind of like, yo, I was beefing with you yesterday, but yo, that shit's over.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you're like, but you know what? Nah, fuck this guy, man. And then you go and do a song, and then you're like, yo, I can't believe I did that song. Yo, not for nothing, man. That shit was crazy, but that song is done, it's out the way.
done.
You think Drake really be DMing Kim? That's crazy, dogs.
I don't
They're
think,
friends.
I don't think so.
see it in a disrespectful way.
Nigga.
Nah, Johnny, chill. I'm just saying the way you said that right now sounded like Kanye was the victim. I mean, Drake was the victim.
When 50
Just
took
saying,
Rick
the whole-
Ross's baby
the whole back and
mother
forth shit.
shopping, he meant he was just trying to help out the kids,
Drake is not the victim, dude.
right?
I don't trust Drake.
What you said? Sorry, Chetty?
No, I said when 50 took Rick Ross's baby mother
Yeah,
and the kids
he's just being a
shopping,
nice guy.
he was trying to help him out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
No, that was
trying to-
payback.
Looking out for a
It was
family.
philanthropy.
Looking out for a
Son,
family.
this
In
guy
need.
took his wife out, his ex-baby mama.
My nigga, they said that when Diddy walked in, Diddy was like, whoa, like what's going on here? Because he knew what the girl looked like. He invited Diddy over to, it was at Mayweather's house. And then he did a whole video, yo, at the Big Boy Mansion with Rick Ross's baby mother, kids. And they said Diddy walked in and he was like, nah, chill. This ain't.
Yeah.
You putting me in this box.
Yeah, you know, because him and Ross, him and Ross
Honestly-
ended up being friends. You know what I'm
honestly-
saying? Like, that's OD.
That's different. Yeah, that's why I understand.
Oh, no,
that,
I'm
'cause
just-
that's rap
I'm just
beef.
making a
no,
joke.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
I understand that.
Or
beef
like
because that's rap beef.
little Drake baby with the North. What's Drake's kids? Adidon?
Adion?
Yeah.
Adonis. No, it's
Adonis, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Adidas.
Adidon. I agree with that. His name is Adidon.
That's the name of the Adidas nigga,
Yeah,
no?
exactly. No, exactly.
It was supposed to be.
That's the name of the Pusha T diss song.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Pusha, you are sick. Love it.
Surgical Summer.
Man, that shit would have been
Shout
so
out to
sick.
Diggy, man.
Nah, 100%.
Word.
But if he does do it, again, like Josh said, it's good for the culture. I'd be excited. I think it's a dope thing. They've made good music together. I don't think it'll be organic though, and that's my problem.
It'll be forced.
Yeah, it'll be like, yo, Jay Prince was just like, yo, this has to get done. Right? If y'all really want to get shit done, and I don't like shit like that. Like, I'm mad that Jay Prince stepped in and stopped the whole supposed Drake dissing Pusha T thing that would have been crazy. Like, let him do it. Let's see what happens. So I don't like shit like that. I don't like forced things.
But that's why I said that Kanye and Drake beef really is whack. Like, I know it's like the biggest beef in music for the past few years.
And it shouldn't be.
That shit's so whack. Because they're not like battling, bro. They're not battle rappers. They're never gonna battle. No. They're never gonna do that.
They're fucking playing chess.
Yeah, I mean,
that's boring.
Drake's gonna battle Kanye, but Kanye's never gonna make a diss record. Like, that's not the kind of artist he is. He's never gonna do that.
Well, he did with Andre 3000.
Come on, my nigga. That shit was like a throwaway verse that Drake actually put out. You heard what he said too. He's like, yo, and Drake, he's like, I already won. Drake put out he tried to leak my record, and that shit's the hottest record of the year.
You lost, Drake.
That's the biggest reach.
Yeah. What?
That's not the hottest record of the year.
That song is fire.
That is not the hottest record of the year.
That
though.
song is
fire. That is not the what did I just say? That is not the hottest record of the year.
That's one of the best rap
songs
of the year.
It was top 5.
All right, guys.
I'm out.
Wait.
You guys can stay here in the studio. I'm out.
Just let me know when y'all done.
You don't think that song...
That is not the best song of the year. That's not the best rap song of the year.
Josh,
no,
that's just not even top 20, dog.
Yo, Josh, you're bugging, dogs.
I don't know what to tell you guys, for real. I don't know what to tell you guys. Have you heard the Real Life of the Party song? Without the Drake diss?
Yeah, shit was good.
Have you heard that?
Yeah, dude. You sent it.
Okay.
Did I hear it?
Most people...
That one was great. But the one with the Drake diss was not.
I don't even listen to Kanye's album, though, so like maybe you're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
No, I'm being serious with you. I don't listen to... No, I didn't. I'm not saying it wasn't whack.
Wait, but you did hear it.
The first batch, I heard that, and I was hyped for it. Yeah. So maybe, but no,
that's why I don't do that.
Put it this way.
Always wait for the project.
I don't go back and be like, yo, like, and you can see what I listen to on Apple. I don't go back and be like, oh, I gotta like play this song, whatever the case may be. So I haven't though. I haven't. Yeah. But to say that's the best song of the year, I mean, that's Kanye being Kanye West, but I don't think that's the best song of the year.
It's not the first time I heard that opinion, but I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to put no...
You've heard somebody else say it's the best song of the year?
I'm not going to plug another podcast, I'll tell you that.
How y'all felt about that Travis Scott comment?
Oh, Joe Budden did?
They have it #1 record of the year for a long time already. But
no, I'm not talking about the album.
$1 million worth of game?
I'm talking about
Life of the Party.
They have that song? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Joe Budden is really trying to get Kanye to be on this show.
I'm trying to say
he came out as bisexual, I guess, right? Because
no, but y'all didn't think that was a reach?
He had drink champs, huh?
Oh, you going straight to Joe Biden?
Yes.
I was trying to talk to Astroworld. Yeah. I was saying, yo, you don't think it's a reach when he said Travis is a mix of him?
No.
ASAP, that ASAP thing?
No, I don't know why he said that before.
No, but people have someone else has said the Rocky thing too.
I don't get that.
That's like a thing like out in the universe.
The sideways braids. They gotta be the sideways braids.
It's something about his merch too that they were saying that like ASAP like brought that like.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about music.
Kanye was trying to say that ASAP, he definitely fathered ASAP into like, and ASAP has said back like, yo, I have my own style or whatever the case may be, but he's taking that like southern like,
yeah, from day one he's been
shit,
like that southern,
DJ Screw shit, right? Yeah. So but as far as like dressing and fashion and stuff like that, like I remember like when ASAP first came out, yeah, they was wearing that. There were a lot of flannel. A lot of
yeah. Now they dress like queer clowns.
Yeah, but he came back to that though. I don't know if you saw. He recently just performed at what did he perform at? Fucking Rihanna was in the crowd like singing his shit. Oh, Complex Con. He was just there, and he did Long Live ASAP. He did the mixtape or whatever, right?
It's streaming on Apple.
Fucking fire. Yeah, and he did it.
His best project.
And that's a type of rap. He's a complex rapper. He's for those kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who ASAP was. So it was dope seeing him do that. But I can see the I don't know as far as like style. But I could definitely see it as far as like the image or the dress. You know what I'm saying? I see the Kanye, of course, and the Cudi, of course. And like I agree with Joe on that. I feel like Travis does Cudi better than Cudi.
Okay, yeah.
In my opinion.
Gotcha.
I agree with Joe on that.
I disagree. I think that that's two completely different lanes. You're talking about mainstream Cudi, and Cudi doesn't care about being mainstream. Being real with you, I don't think Cudi. I said there's mainstream Cudi, which is Travis, and I don't think Cudi cares about being mainstream. So Cudi's his own artist.
You guys think
that's
Cudi,
not fair?
You guys think Cudi has any album better than Astroworld? You think Man on the Moon is better than it? Like what do you listen to more?
It's dope.
No, and not saying that makes one bad. You know what I mean? What do you listen to?
I don't listen to any of them.
I'll tell you. No. I think
Brooklyn.
Yes. But you know the difference is that I actually, and Hanson will tell you this, I've always been a mainstream person. Like I've always liked mainstream music and shit like that. So I do agree that I personally feel like Astroworld, I'll listen to it more often than most Cudi projects and whatnot. But when I listen to Cudi, bro, he has a lot of classics. It's Man on the Moon, the original Man on the Moon.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. It's amazing.
I'm gonna say that I don't think I tinker with like replaying an album, making it what it's worth in the art form.
That's why it's difficult for me to compare.
Personally. You know what I mean?
Say that one more time.
Like I'm not. So just because I don't play a song, like I don't play Illmatic often, right? I probably won't play it anymore. It's just too boom bappy for me right now. But that doesn't take away from the art that it was, and me understanding its place above other albums and shit like that, right? Gotcha. Maybe you have a point. Like Man on the Moon probably hasn't aged to the point where you want to hear it compared to an Astroworld because of the modern sound. But if I'm thinking 26 years down the line, maybe that's different.
Okay.
Like I don't know personally because I don't listen to any of them. I've heard them all. I don't sit there. I can't tell you, yo, track 17. Like it's not gonna happen. But
Coffee Bean.
That's what it is?
Yeah, for me, because that's an album that I listen to.
Coffee Bean is the name of the album?
No.
Coffee Bean, the last song on the album.
It's a song on, yeah.
You like that song?
Oh.
He's tying up the album.
What does it say?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Wake up in the morning
Coffee Bean's
and I'm drinking
Coffee Bean was...
He's really talking about Bag and Kylie.
Yeah, and he's actually trying to spit type shit in a way.
Yeah.
But
he's trying to do like
can spit.
He's trying to do like spoken word. He's trying to do like spoken word type shit, right?
Exactly.
Yuck.
But what that's what I was gonna say about that. The comparison is like, for me personally, I think that Cuddy's music, while Travis Scott's music is dope to listen to, and the beats are fire and all, like, yo, you gotta understand, we are sometimes the beat and flow, we're victims to that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Cuddy's
But like,
an instrument, dude.
Yo, Cuddy's
Right, who's the engineer that Kanye locked for like 40 days?
Mike Dean.
Poor Mike Dean.
Mike Dean.
Well, he's all over Astroworld.
Of course, I was gonna say that right now. Like Mike Dean is used by everybody. I think Drake just came out in that show.
It's
with Travis.
hired by everybody.
Yeah, you're
no
right.
one's using him.
No, you're absolutely right. Kanye probably uses him and then pays him after.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yo, I'll pay you with love.
Yeah.
What is money?
Yeah. You on a Kanye West project? Yeah. You got your name in the credits. Nah, but
you know how high this shit about to stream?
Yeah, yo, nah.
I'm the number one artist in the
Kanye
universe.
was 100% right when he said, like, that just hit me with something. Him, Dame, and Cameron are the same fucking person.
Yeah, I don't know about Cam.
Joe told. No, I'm talking about as a vision. No, honestly, even as a visionary.
He's not loud. Cam is not loud. Like
but
that.
no, but
Dame
Cam
is
is an asshole,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like Dame and Kanye. Joe from Sneaker Shopping goes, yo, oh, did you feel like validated when you seen all these like Pink, all these after Dipset came out with Pink, all these companies are making pink sneakers. He goes, yo, I wake up in the morning, I validate myself every morning.
Some massive shit, right? Yeah.
I don't need Nike to validate me. I feel like I wake up in the morning, I validate myself. And then he's like, yo, so what do you play ball in? I play ball in hot top products. I gotta be different.
Yeah. That shit's too cool.
I mean to cut off your thought, but it just hit me like, yo, Kanye was 100% right.
Yeah.
They're the same
Why
person.
you think me and Dame cool? We
hoes.
assholes. That's
Yeah.
why we hear your music in fast.
Yep.
And Dame, you're not an asshole. You're misunderstood.
Same as Kanye.
Yes.
That's like a
Kane.
small, like, not a small goal. That's a big goal for me. But I write that down. Like, Dame Dash is gonna hear this shit. No, I mean, that's what do.
I'm telling you right
I don't
now.
know why it is. I don't know.
Make it
Maybe it was,
happen.
I feel like it's
Keep attracting it.
more to attain than Hove.
Yeah.
Keep attracting
And it's like
it.
nothing against Hove, obviously.
Not
But
at all,
Hove is
dude.
Hove. But it's something about like
Dame
'cause I
is
guess
my favorite
maybe it's the
CEO,
way
B.
maybe it's the way that Handsome is, and like our dynamic. It has me like
What work better
that
with
would
Dame?
work better there.
And you're wrong too, because Hove and Dame are gonna become cool again.
Yeah, we gotta bring that up next.
This is the year. Next year is the year of
unity?
everyone. Yeah,
Of redemption?
Yo, why are people beefing unless it's real rap beef?
Unity.
Bro? Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on.
Put in his black ass head.
I don't know about cool again, but definitely, yeah, that whole little weird energy tossing
Why?
shit back.
Why?
Done.
Why?
Ego.
Really? Why?
Like you said, ego,
I
man.
agree. I agree. But like, I'm saying beyond that. Like, yeah, I agree.
Like,
that's
why
the reason.
couldn't, why
You give me the
couldn't
real
Jay,
answer.
before this Hall of Fame speech, say some shit like, yo, not for nothing, I got to give credit to Dame, though. Many a time he had a
I
chance,
agree.
but it took him some
Ego.
growth to be like,
That's facts.
yo, like he was probably sitting there in the Hall of Fame, and he's like, damn, every moment like that led to this shit. Dame is in a lot of those fucking moments.
Facts.
Whether I want to, see it that way or not, maybe I should have let him NFT that shit.
Damn, it was like Dame's auntie that like videotaped Jay-Z. She was like in the last row. And she got the like, when you like got bad seats and you just record like the TV.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Thank you, Jay."
Yeah, I
was
saw
like,
that.
Yo, it was like the one person that took. I'm like, nobody was
That's
recording
right.
this. That's right. Thank you, thank Dame.
That's right, yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, man, Auntie Dash.
Yeah.
He had like that one aunt that he liked.
Yo, but no one wants to see it.
What's
They
that?
don't benefit nobody. Only people who benefit from Jay and Dane beefing, Kanye and Drake beefing is
It's the
fucking-
vultures.
It's tabloids, bro. Tabloids.
The culture vultures.
TMZ.
The only two
TMZ.
people I don't want to make up is 50 and Ja. Everybody else can make up.
Facts.
I
I
feel
don't want to
you.
see 50 and Ja make up.
I agree.
After
I
that
agree.
that
They have real
verses
beef.
of Fat Joe and Ja, I don't want to see Ja ever again.
Nah, he got
You
his
ain't
off.
get no
though.
argument from me.
He got his off. He got his off.
I ain't
It's
like
cool,
Ja ever.
but-
he got his off. Fat Joe, honestly, Fat Joe's a good fucking friend, dogs.
Yeah.
He's a good friend.
He is.
Yeah, B.
He's a good friend.
He is.
He didn't need to do it.
You gotta understand that there's people who don't
Nobody
look-
wanted to do it.
It's not only that. It's not only that. People don't look at Ja.
People turned it down. But Fat Joe was the one like, yo, Swiss, then what's up? What's going on?
You know what's not fair about that?
But the way they
Good.
spun it was that nobody wants it with Ja. Yo, Ja got mad hits and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Just that one with Omarion.
Icebox is hard.
Scrub.
Icebox is hard. That's a hard record. Timberland killed that
I'm
shit.
talking mad shit, but we're talking as fans.
Yeah.
It is weird that like because if you're a rapper and you like cross paths with Ja, like why not, man? You know what I mean? Like you would probably have more respect for him than we do. We just listen to his music and think that
Joe
he's
Budden's
whatever.
his man. Like they talk about there's so many. I think Kanye was talking about Irv Gotti and Ja. Like those are his
he
people.
loved
Oh,
Irv.
yeah.
He said he
You
loved Irv,
You love Irv, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Which, by the way, shout out to. I don't want to bring it back to Kanye.
are we gonna go to another subject?
Yeah, we are. But shout out to Chetty because Chetty said
This episode is gonna go a little longer than usual. Who cares?
it's my fault. Yo, Chetty said
We knew it would be
You know
this.
what? I don't think that Drake. That Kanye told Pusha about Drake because Kanye's too honest of a dude. Like
I switched it up. Actually, Josh had said that a couple, maybe years ago now. But yeah, you're right. You're right about
and
that.
I appreciate that.
No, yeah. Well, we're having a break.
wanna say
We're having a
publicly?
break route.
It was 40.
You've been
bro.
right about a lot of stuff.
No, I want to say publicly. I appreciate that, man.
Okay.
No, because I mean, a lot of people still don't believe that, and I'm like, yo, this dude literally be on TMZ talking about I got lipo because of you guys. Like this dude is too.
I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it as like Kanye just being like, nah, I wouldn't do that, but I really did. But nah, Kanye probably
Kanye's not gonna lie.
Kanye would have answered,
That's
and
what I'm-
he's like stupid in that way where he would have just
Yes.
said, "Of course I did." So what?
So what? Drake was talking about my.
No one told me to show. No one told him to show me the picture.
He's my label mate.
Yeah.
He's my artist.
We all on good music.
Yeah.
Right. Well, on a more serious note, like
I was about to throw
the
another one in
Astroworld festival, like all
Yeah.
those lives that were lost and stuff like that. That
Yo.
was that 9-year-old kid that right now is in a coma and stuff like that. I hate hearing about kids being,
9-year-old.
well, that just came out today, like right before we shot the show, right before we were shooting the show. It just came out. A 9-year-old kid with his father. His father's an idiot. The father's not doing well either, but like the kid got like stomped on, like like he's like they said some of his organs aren't working and
Dude,
stuff like that. Yeah. That just
that's
came out,
my bigger
that just
issue
came out
with
today.
shit like that.
I know there was the whole.
It was like a 10-year-old
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right?
No, there was
No,
there was a 14 or
it was
16.
14, and then now they got the 9-year-old now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why are these kids there, babe?
That video of some kids that look like I'm sure that they're with parents, but you see them like in a circle. There's people like in a circle, and then there's like a kid there.
You just said the issue.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing bringing your kids there?
You're a
for,
parent.
bros?
on the screen. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck if Penelope or Jonah are my size. We're not going there. You're a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I know what the culture there is about. I know what happens at festivals.
Yeah.
They're not oblivious to it. If they love the music, they know the culture.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like they're there. And, some parents will go with their kids because their kids wanted to go. But even that, like, all right, we're going to go. We're going to stay here.
Exactly.
That's a fucking super duper crowd.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my kid or take a chance like that.
No, I was gonna say even if you, because I think about it, I'm like, maybe they didn't know they were in the crowd. And all of a sudden, the crowd starts to build. But even if that's the case, the crowd
We moving,
The
baby.
crowd starts to build. As a parent, you're like, yo, this is not where I want to be. Yo, let's move over here.
Right.
Chances are my 9-year-old can't see shit anyway unless they're like some weird growth spurt
so
kid.
what happened was the father had him on his shoulders,
Even worse.
and then it got knocked over, and then this
That's
whole thing happened.
crazy,
Oh, wow.
dude.
Yeah.
First of all, yo,
Like,
bro,
I'm
it was
swinging,
sad when
nigga.
I was reading.
As soon as the kid falls off my shoulders,
Holy
nigga,
shit.
everybody's getting fucked up in my
Ask
circle.
Sharice what I said. I said, yo, not for nothing. I know myself. If that happens, I'm fucking swinging. I'm probably going to get killed.
Yeah.
Because niggas going to start pounding me out.
But
I
maybe
can't.
not.
Maybe like,
Wait,
Mosh
it's not
You're
even
right.
about, it's not even about that. It's not like, I don't think everybody's gonna jump you, but
I'm swinging hard, B.
because people in that crowd were like, yo, I get it. It's hard to move around in that crowd. But if somebody starts swinging or something like that, you're gonna create space because it's gonna create chaos in that circle.
Well, if
you know
you
what I'm saying?
if you watch the documentary, the Travis Scott documentary, he was showing like, well, they made sure they recorded people saying, "Yo, it's like a community. Like when we see somebody fall down, we pick them up." And they were showing like, but like there's only so much you can do when you got like 20 dudes that are just wilding out.
Yeah.
We've been those guys before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen a guy suplex a girl in the club, on a bed. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Jamaicans.
saying? So it's like, it's one of those things that's like, yeah. So it's one of those things that's like, I'm on a roll. So it's one of those things that it's like, we've seen crazy shit ourselves. We had our day too, so I'm not going to be here all high and mighty.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, even if I was 21 and I had a kid, or I wouldn't be 21 having a 9-year-old or whatever, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
In DR, you would.
I might have one in
Or you
DR. I
got
might
these.
have one in DR. So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you're not bringing them to that. You know what I'm saying? But what fucked me up was this whole thing about talking about a guy with a needle just straight up.
I don't believe that
injecting
shit.
people.
Was crazy.
You think, okay, so now here we go. So now here's the next question. Do you guys think that they're just waiting? Shout out to Johnny Jakes. They're just waiting to just make it, more stories are going to come out that this happened now and this happened because it's a rap concert or rap festival.
Well,
is it going to be a witch hunt now?
I don't think necessarily. I think that the blame is being thrown that way, as far as somebody's walking around with a needle and stabbing people, and it was a security guard that got stabbed. Because the event coordinators are trying to get the responsibility off of their back. You know what I'm saying?
And put it on Drake and Travis Scott, the artists that were there.
No, and put it on somebody who just happened to make people overdose in there or some wild shit because it's not their fault for overpacking
No,
the
no
place.
one does drugs at festivals.
Or no, they overpacked the festival as well, and they didn't have enough security, which is why a lot of people are blaming Travis Scott. And
there's no COVID in Houston.
And trust me, yeah, exactly. Word.
That shit is a super duper surrender.
Yeah,
that shit was.
It's being that close, being that wild, whatever. Hopefully everything's okay though. Like Travis Scott, people are blaming him because there's a lot of little videos. I think there's I guess one of you guys will talk about it because I think you guys mentioned that you guys knew about something that someone went to his ear or said something. But there's video of him looking at the crowd and people are like, look, he's looking in that direction and he sees somebody passed out and
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
There's 100,000 people there.
I feel you.
Here's what people don't understand.
He's not looking at
wait.
anybody.
Let me just say this. Even if there's one part he saw an ambulance coming through. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" I don't know if he's talking about the ambulance. It sounds like he's talking about the ambulance. He's looking in the direction. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's
he
like,
probably saw a tranny.
"What?" And he turns around. This guy with his vendetta, nigga. I'm wondering if you headed in that direction, my nigga.
V for vendetta.
I'm wondering if you headed in that direction. Nah. Yo, so look, he says that, and he turns around. And whatever. Long story short, people were like, yo, he saw the ambulance. Why didn't he stop the show? Let him through. Yo, trust me, I got caught up in that mindset for a second. Then I'm like, yo, but that's not his job. If he felt something was wrong, you know what? If he saw the ambulance, he probably thought they're doing their job. They're going to reach wherever they're going to reach to and get whatever they got to do.
This is not the first time Travis Scott seen people pass out at his concert.
But regardless, it's not his job, really. I mean, you know what? If he sees something with his eyes, with his eyes, then he should be like, yo, what's going on? He did that at one point in the show, actually.
I'm going to go a little
couple
further
shows
with that
ago,
same subject.
some kid was getting jumped. And he goes, yo, there's 13 of y'all. It's just him. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Saw it and stopped the show.
Yeah.
Right? That right there is
Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that happened before Astro, this whole thing.
Yeah.
They showed it it was on one of these sites. And he was like, yo, what are y'all doing to him? Yo,
but
he's by himself.
Here's another argument. That was a smaller show. Astroworld is a huge fucking place packed, right? And people need to understand something. If you've never been on stage, not that I've been on a huge stage, but if you've never been on stage, you don't understand what that view is. That view is blackness because you got lights in your face so that the crowd can see you. All you see is silhouettes.
It has to be, yeah.
Right? So let's go to the moment that they said, yeah, but, and they show the video footage where he's like, yo, hold on, that guy's passed out. Get somebody over there, right?
Yeah.
Let's not forget your responsibility as an artist. Because like you said, he is not security.
Yeah,
he is not any of that shit. Your responsibility as an artist isn't to see that, but he did see it. And he said, yo, go take care of them. Boom, boom, boom. They complained, but as soon as he was being taken care of, he tried to get the crowd rowdy again. Yes, motherfucker, I have 60,000 fucking people
Other people to cater
to that paid to be here. That fund my lifestyle, my staff, that fund all this isn't make-believe shit that just happens for
the
fun.
person selling popcorn, the person selling soda, the person selling whatever the case may be.
You know what
Who told you to take Molly? Who told you to take this?
Facts.
Who told you to take that?
I told you to take Molly.
You know what I realized, by the way, guys? super side note. You know what I realized? And you guys gotta.
Sorry, Josh.
No, it's all good. You guys, I realized my role.
Yo, you want Molly?
I realized You know what I am? I am the audience. I am somebody out there being like, yo, but what about this? So you guys got to respect my questions in that situation.
Dude, first of all, you are the lifeblood of this show.
Shut the fuck up.
100% dog.
Yo, wait.
You're this.
Don't.
Damn. You know what's
fucking-
crazy? Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Don't pander.
I was about to say you're the small forward, and I was like, he's gonna take it as an offense. He's gonna be like,
Small
100%.
forward, not the power
100%,
forward. Okay,
100%.
okay.
Not for nothing.
It's
And
two
then I was
forwards,
saying-
the power and the small.
A
I'm gonna
small
go
forward is one of the most. He is the most important guy in the court.
I
Yo,
agree.
he's the wingman.
I agree
But
with
go
that.
ahead.
No, but
Finish it.
I disagree
Continue.
with me being that guy. You know, but I will say
I'm
the
not small.
reason I thought about that is because I'm with you guys, right? But I'm always gonna think about a way what somebody would think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you say that, like, yo, he can't see further. I agree with that. First of all, he's not gonna see particular people usually, but he did see somebody far away. That's one thing I'm gonna say. He did see somebody far away. He was like, yo, is that some dude hanging from a tree?
Yeah.
I see it out there, like beyond the
You
crowd.
can see. It's not that you can't see.
I
Hold
agree.
on a second.
Especially somebody standing out.
Yeah.
Right.
But people going like,
But I have to say that because somebody's gonna answer. Somebody's gonna think that if they hear this
yeah,
segment. You know
somebody
what I'm
that's
saying?
wrong.
But they're gonna think that and they're gonna want to ask you that question. So I'm asking for them.
So if I see somebody hurt,
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
ask Travis Scott to help them.
I agree.
When they're
I
like
know.
80 rows back, that's what I'm gonna be. Yo, Travis, he's hurt. He's
Yeah,
hurt. No, I'm not gonna do that.
And the
Look
second
for
thing,
an
is,
ambulance.
and the second thing is that there's obviously a history of. They have a lot of videos. People posted videos on Twitter and shit of like a lot of rock concerts, but a lot of concerts generally. Even A$AP Rocky did it at a what's it called? We were talking about the City Field that they're doing, Rolling Loud.
Rolling out, yeah.
Where they will stop, be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, A$AP Rocky was like, yo, what are you doing? That's a girl under that pile.
He came out on
like, yo, pick that girl up.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you guys?
The baby came out on 50 set.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember that.
It was
And
mad
I saw
close,
that.
that's
I saw
why.
that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And further than that, there is other rock concerts though, where like, let's say Red Hot Chili Peppers or something. I don't think it was them. It was Dave Grohl, who was part of Nirvana. That he was seeing the crowd like, yo, things are getting a little bit rowdy. Like, yo, guys,
And Foo Fighters.
we're gonna exactly.
Let's have a good time.
Yo, let's step back a little
Yeah.
bit. Stop pushing forward. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna continue the show until you step a couple steps back. But
Travis Scott is human.
it's
though,
all in
man.
hindsight.
Not even that. Joshua made a good point earlier where he said,
Thank you.
those rock and roll people, it's true. They understand that culture.
No.
This is not hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Right? So
Well,
Travis
the beginning
is,
stage,
This is
maybe.
a new.
Yeah,
This is a new thing.
it's a new
Yeah,
frontier,
it's a new thing.
right?
Yeah.
So that whole they understand mosh rules. They understand if somebody does everybody back up, right?
But you
Whatever the fuck it is.
trying to tell me though in the '90s that wasn't
fact.
happening in Nirvana shows where it's just not highlighted now because
There's
it's on
mad
social
people
media?
that
There's on
die
social
at
media?
fucking
I'm gonna say
Celine
that.
Dion concerts.
No, I'm gonna say what you. I'm gonna say what you. I'm gonna agree with you.
Johnny, you're crazy, dogs.
I'm dead ass.
No, they
There's been
probably
3
are.
deaths at Celine Dion concert.
They probably are.
Was she let off Titanic? Near, far,
I
wherever
don't
you are?
know,
It went
man.
crazy. She had to play it 20 times, like niggas in Paris.
I see niggas.
Ball so hard. Near, far.
I would have gone crazy.
Crowd going
hearing
crazy.
that
Like, y'all,
shit,
I'm running
man.
back.
Yo.
Nah, I would fucking lose my shit. dude.
Yo. No, but they do document them shit, so real talk. They do, because I know that, like I told you, I went down the rabbit hole with finding history.
TikTok,
Yo, dog, I'm a
and
dark
the
nigga
satanic
sometimes.
cult.
I'm a dark dude because I literally went down the rabbit hole to even look at mad different angles of footage of the guy in Las Vegas that shot people in the crowd.
Yeah,
Because I wanted to see events where devastating shit happened.
I thought I was nuts
And-
reading cult books.
Bro, I like to put myself in people's shoes, so I'm literally
We know.
Nah. We need Josh to write the show for 2 weeks.
yo.
Nah. I need your mind not thinking about shit like that.
I'm
That's
being real
dark,
with you.
nigga.
It is dark, but I like, yo, dog, 'cause I'm like, yo, I
I don't know. I like it.
yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm about to get some serious beats
Yo.
for this next project.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I like to look at it like, yo, imagine you're at a show.
These niggas gonna be on the floor with their laptop with their feet in the air like this next to each other. Yo, you see this shit, Josh?
Dog, think about it. Niggas got shot up at a country show.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy.
That
bro.
shit didn't even
yeah,
make
yeah.
the news like
Yeah,
that.
nigga, you wildin'.
No, hold on. It did. But nobody said
I get what you mean.
it was a satanic thing.
No,
or
definitely not.
These fucking
No one was
hip hoppers.
No one was
Definitely
blaming
not.
Keith Urban for
Yeah.
people getting clapped.
Nah,
I
not at
agree.
all.
I agree.
Keith Urban definitely has an NRA card.
I agree.
And it's not even that. His lyrics, Keith Urban's lyrics, are inciting, and people
Yeah.
just don't realize it.
Well, this is like the old, the return of what people did with rock back in the day, let's say in the 60s, 70s.
She broke
where
my
it was
heart,
devilish music.
so I broke her
Yeah.
jaw.
Word. Did you say that?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Nah, I just got bars.
You would have been.
I just got country bars.
It made me
I
believe
just got country bars.
These country niggas is wilding now.
They are one.
Yo, Chetty, which one were you
Yo,
listening
facts,
to,
facts.
You
dog?
remember, I want you to suck my cock tonight.
Suck. I wanted to do a duet with you right now.
Who sang that song?
I wanted to do a
Josh?
duet with you, but you should have kept it going.
I forgot his name, man.
See,
Cock lords, bro. What are you talking about?
Cock lords, yes.
Cock lords. Shout out
Damn,
to cock
dude.
lords.
Cock lords.
what is happening? That really happened?
I
See,
got,
when y'all saw
I got
R. Kelly,
mad
Jay-Z,
CDs.
That's not even his single. His single was cock in the pussy.
Yo, when y'all sung R. Kelly Jay-Z, I had bars. I have no idea what's happening.
My cock.
I'll give you a CD. I was his promoter.
He was. As was his number one.
Ah, man.
Promoter.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing, dude. It was like country.
You like, this is genius.
It was.
Genius. You're a trendsetter.
Yo, he was killing college campuses, which was crazy. He was like college touring, killing the game.
Makes
dude.
sense, nigga. Johnny Jigs would love him.
Johnny Jigs did love him.
Exactly.
He had that shit in his Ultima, dude.
Yeah. Bang. Yo, dog, no lie. I remember waking up. I was
Yo,
staying
fuck you dead people.
I was staying. I was staying in Mima's house. I remember that in Corona, my grandmother's house. And I remember I waking up, and I remember one day I woke up like at 8 o'clock in the
And
morning.
you're hearing that shit blaring?
Yeah, dog, Jigs is pulling up in the car. He had a system in his car. I was like, yo, this dude, you can hear that shit all throughout Corona, dog. Like this dude.
Yeah, I remember when we had You Heard It That, and he played I Never Come Back to Georgia like 5 weeks in a row.
Oh.
So this week I'm going to have I Never Go Back to Georgia.
That nigga's twisted. Yo,
facts,
man.
facts.
Live in peace, bro.
Hurt people, man. This is hurt guy.
Johnny's staring at the floor like he's really
Nah.
reminiscing.
Reminiscent,
Yo,
man.
he's really Kanye West, man.
Yeah, I'm
Holy
telling you,
shit.
dog.
Holy shit.
The
You
mixer.
He's like the mask.
you
He put the suit on. He
Never
put the
wear,
suit on. Got
never,
into character.
never wearing this outfit again. Oh, man.
I betrayed him.
That's
No.
Jim Carrey, the mask. This dude put the suit on. Became Kanye for a day.
I ain't gonna lie. These shades make you feel more
Make
powerful.
you feel different, right?
Yeah, make you
Sure.
feel like you're immunized.
You had mentioned earlier about like when you get like texts and stuff like that when like an artist you like, does something and everybody just like hits you up and stuff like that. LeBron loses a game, I get texts and stuff like that, which I deserve it because I troll the Knicks fans all the time. But how many texts did you get about this Joe Budden thing?
Too many. Too many.
How many people watched the whole thing before they text you?
Too little. Actually,
Did you,
none.
Teddy?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so you knew that it was. Yeah. I didn't even hear the whole thing. So I didn't even know.
And Josh made a good point. He's like, he didn't have to hear the whole thing. He knew what it was.
Right.
You knew what the fuck is going on. That's why it's funny when I see certain people like
I heard the clip though that made it sound bad.
correct.
But I didn't hear and then when Breakfast Club covered, they were like, when I'm rounding up like current events and shit, obviously that's a big topic. And the only thing, here's what I'll say.
I'm talking about Joe Biden, by the way.
Yeah.
But Biden. Budden.
I did.
It sounded better.
You
on
dropped the
text.
ball, Joe.
It was one of those things where I was
Different
like,
name of the
yo,
episode.
Joe, I was like, damn, is Joe doing this because Nore got Kanye, it's the biggest interview of the year? Without, the year's not even over.
But it was prior.
like, maybe for next year.
Yeah.
So, no, but that same day is when I
Yes.
found out about it, right? So I was just kind of like, did he do this for like, clicks or whatever? But then the next day when Breakfast Club covered it and they heard the whole thing, he was saying it as if he was like a person who would come out. So I remember just being like, that was a waste.
Yeah.
That was such a waste to post. Like, we post stuff about like stories on our IG and stuff like that. I would like take the IG password away from me if I did post some shit like that.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. I'll take it away from myself.
Is it stupid? Jetty got so mad at me right now for asking that
It
question.
is. And like,
You looked at me like, don't make me answer.
Joe's
Don't make me
not
waste
my,
his energy
Joe's,
right
Joe's
now.
Not my,
He's not your cup of
Joe's
tea.
not my favorite person, but I fuck with his podcast though. I love the way he breaks down albums and shit like
so
that.
what do you think
I
is
fuck,
stupid?
I fuck with him more when Rory and Maul there. I can't lie. And
I
be
get
like,
you. I feel you.
It's nice a lot.
But what are you saying is stupid then? Maybe I misunderstood.
No, I think it's stupid the way they made it a story.
He's talking about people.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
talking about people is
Okay.
stupid
Like it was a
because
waste.
Then I don't disagree with you.
It was a waste
Yeah.
because you didn't see the whole thing.
it was a test.
So it's like
yeah, exactly what it is.
Yeah, he played into that. They played into his hand.
Yeah.
Really, because he
Then
knows
it's-
what he's doing, bro. He knows what he's doing.
That's why he didn't go right away and say something.
In fact, he did the opposite.
He's
He
smart.
said, "Yo,
I gotta hear this
continue
show.
doing
I
what
gotta
you're
hear the
doing."
new show.
He's smart.
Yo,
He talks about it, I'm sure.
I'm
Oh,
not,
100%.
I'm not sure
100%.
because I only heard the him talking
They're
about
gonna
Kanye shit,
they're gonna roast him.
Got
Ish
blanked out,
and Ice are
everything
gonna
else.
roast him too.
That's when I walked into the car. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, it's gonna be an ongoing diatribe in the whole thing. He may not even say anything about it.
Yeah.
But what I found was whack though was like they started axing his exes, and one ex had said, "I could see it,"
Yeah.
and in my head I'm like, every girl then couldn't like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Dog,
100%.
it's talking about spitefulness.
I like
and
weird
like
shit.
that, man.
Terrible.
Yeah, I
like
get
gay.
it. You know what I mean, man. Like,
Terrible.
women being spiteful.
So Tahiri's the one that kept it real. She was
Tahiri
like,
was
yo,
right,
he
yeah.
beats women, but he definitely don't fucking.
And side note, that's the first time I've ever seen Handsome comment on a fucking IG.
What?
You commented on IG about that. Like, you were like, Dominican women, some shit about
Yo,
Tahiri. I was like,
Handsome, dog.
that's
You gave
the
the joke
first.
offense
Johnny,
about-
yes.
I
about
got
Tahiri?
fished.
You a lying motherfucker, son.
I commented on Tahiri's post.
Maybe not Tahiri's post. You commented on Tahiri on a post
Nah,
about
bro,
Tahiri.
that was-
Oh no, you're right.
telling you,
On
dog.
Shade Room,
I've
Shade
seen
Room.
it.
I was about to say I didn't comment on fucking.
That was-
You're
Tahiri,
right.
yeah.
I was,
That
yo,
was
this
Ransom-
girl
that
stayed
was Ransom
reaching.
Island.
You're like the
That was Ransom Island. That's somebody trolling.
According to my dad,
Yeah.
Johnny Island.
yeah, Johnny Island. That's what he calls
Yo,
him.
is that what you? Yeah, that's amazing. Honestly, no. That's
I agree.
Dope.
That's a great
That's
name,
fucking
right?
Dope.
That's a great name, Johnny
That's such a
Island. Not
dad.
dope,
That's
bro.
such a
Johnny,
dad.
that's another moniker.
Bro, that's such a dad.
Johnny Island.
That's such a dad thing to say. Yo, that's so
Hey,
fire.
Hanson.
We got Johnny Island. We
Johnny
got
Island.
Johnny Jamson.
Johnny Jansen, man. Yo,
My mom,
shout out to Papa.
how's the purple champagne shows?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's the best. It's the best.
that's pretty bad.
Yo,
I was like,
my-
I was like, that show's doing good too.
my dad thought I was a devil worshiper.
Yeah, word.
Johnny Island. That's
You
fucking
gonna pull it up?
fire.
I'm gonna pull it by the audio.
Yo, you know what we need to do?
That's amazing.
Johnny Henson, Johnny Island.
Yeah, that's a clip right there, nigga. That's it. That's a clip right there. Johnny Handsome, Johnny Island.
Look at my father's WhatsApp.
That's where you get it from.
This nigga
Look
sick.
just like you right now.
That nigga looks like Alex Rodriguez with glasses on, dog.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He
That
wishes
nigga
he
looks
was.
like young ass A-Rod. Holy
does.
shit.
He does.
He's sick, man. He's a sick individual.
He does.
Damn,
He did
son.
the worst rendition. I remember me.
If I look like him when I'm his age,
Yo.
yo.
That's one thing I give those
Out here.
Contreras dudes.
Man.
Yo, my
They
nigga,
look young.
They
that's
age
facts.
well.
They age stupid well,
Yeah.
dude. Hopefully I get it.
Not yet, but what I was gonna I was gonna say about I didn't walk into the car when he was talking about that kind of shit, but what he was saying actually, what I understood what he was saying was he was talking about specifically when the topic was brought up, they were talking about the Dave Chappelle shit, the head of like LGBTQ.
Yeah.
I
The letters.
always fuck that up.
The letters. I call them the letters.
Yeah, I hear
That's
you.
it, man.
You guys do that. I don't want to disrespect anybody.
That's not disrespectful. The letters is like it's more disrespectful to be like, yeah, GBHPTTR.
Not really. That could just be my natural ignorance, rather than be like the letters. I ain't fucking.
Nah, I think the letters
Maybe.
gives them importance. Like, yo, you guys are the letters, not FBI, not
man.
DEA, not you guys.
I
good
hear,
argument.
I
That's a
hear,
good argument.
I hear Guyanese, Trinidadian,
That's a
whatever
good
you
argument.
are.
Only you could do it.
So
Better call Saul Hand.
I'm used to it. You know what I mean?
Better call Saul Hand.
I'm used to it. You know.
We used to it too. Puerto Rican,
Yeah,
Dominican,
yeah, you
Mexican,
know?
maybe.
You guys
if
are
you're on
Mexican. No, you
Xbox.
guys are Mexican on Xbox, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
my poor nephews. They're both last name Sanchez.
Exactly.
You goddamn Mexicans. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Mike doesn't even know Spanish.
They
yo.
go further than that,
this
man.
is crazy.
They go
Yeah.
further.
I don't
than
even want
that.
to hear it. That's why I don't.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
won't even
fuck with
say
it.
it, man.
Yeah.
But when he was talking about that, he was talking about in the Dave Chappelle shit. There was the head of that organization or whatever that was saying like, oh no, the head of the organization forgave the baby.
Yes,
rightfully so.
but they made.
But
they made
rightfully so.
They
But
made it like
who
a
the
state.
fuck is the head of the organization that
Yeah,
says what's right?
I don't know
That was his point.
That's the agenda.
Exactly. No. That's what we talked about last week as well. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, who the fuck is the one saying that? What's so anyway?
Who's the head gay?
So anyway, that's what Joe Budden was saying. Like, okay, you know what? I'm bi. Like, okay, somebody's representing for like, you know, I got to come out to this person.
Is
or,
the HGIC?
Hey, gay dog. Who's the HGIC?
I break bread, ribs,
I was gonna say
$100
that.
dicks. Yo, come on, son.
Yeah, I could ride with that one.
I said $100
That was
bills,
Hansen's
man.
voice. Anybody who's hearing and not watching,
It wasn't me.
I know you.
fuck
The
that.
one I know
That
you
shit
guys
was
confused
good.
me and Hansen.
That shit was
Hansen.
good, man. For anybody that just listens.
Yeah, word exactly.
If you're still just listening, man, yo, get a life.
Yeah, word.
No offense, Anthony. Yo, how does Anthony get time to listen when he has a 2-minute drive to work?
Nah, I think he listens like in the morning when he's
Oh,
prepping.
at the-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because I don't think anybody's in the shop like when he's prepping.
Tulip bagels.
Right.
Shout out to Tulip Bagels, man.
Yeah.
Yo, when we gonna get more purple bagels?
Yeah, and
Send
not
them
only
my way.
that, and not only
Shit's
that,
amazing.
like
As soon as the Cowboys win. Never.
he can.
They won a lot this year, man.
They didn't win this week.
They didn't win this week.
He can play the show like when nobody's in there, but I'm sure like as soon as the customer comes in, he takes it off.
Don't worry, we're working on the edited version. Never.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's never gonna happen, man.
Man.
It's only gonna get worse.
Long story short, stop fucking feeding into clickbait. Y'all need context, man. That's why it was, again, going back to the Ye interview, it was so important to hear shit in context.
Yeah.
Right? Because they just took little bits and parts. I'm like, even though some of the bits and parts really just stuck to what they were. But for the most part, I needed context before you jump into a thing. Like, Joshy had no context about the Just Blaze shit, calling him a copycat. You didn't see the Swiss Beats part first. All you heard was Just Blaze is a copycat.
Yeah.
Right? Until you heard it, and now Josh's like, yo, you know what, though? But Swiss Beats doesn't copy anybody.
But what he said as well is also true.
Low style. What?
That he said, I forgot what point he made that.
Well, look where he is in my life. And
that
was disgusting.
That changed.
Yeah.
That changed for me too.
That made it even worse.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that.
That maybe I held on to that. No, we'll get off the Kanye stuff, but maybe I held on to that.
It's the greatest interview in the past 5 years.
Is what fucked me up because it's like that has nothing to do with like. So if he had just kept it as yo, because it did get me thinking a little bit. But if he kept it as yo,
copycat shit.
Look at I made the blueprint and he just followed it.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? But then it's like I think that was a liquor too, man. I think it was a liquor.
No, I agree. I don't want to. But
he's
you know
not
what?
a heavy drinker, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that shit, and especially with his pills, that shit will make him.
Well, for
be a little
sure,
bit
he
off.
stopped drinking.
Yes,
because of in the time when he was working on actually great music and shit like that.
Didn't he say that? That's like his.
He did say in the beginning of the show. He did say that. He's like, "Yo, that was two of my addictions:
porn and drugs, and porn and liquor." Right?
Yeah. He was watching porn when he was making songs with. I think Nicki Minaj mentioned that when they were doing Monster.
Yeah.
That she came in the studio and he was just watching porn. Like that's what he did.
How that inspires, but to each his own.
Honestly,
he did a collab with Brazzers.
I could almost like appreciate somebody being that way. Because, that reminds me of you in a way. Like, dog. Not that you watch porn. I'm not saying the porn shit. You do watch porn. But not, not about that. I'm just saying, like, Handsome is his own way. But that might be an extreme level of you. Yeah. But, like, the way that you'll be like, nigga, this is what I do. You know
He's
what I'm saying?
unapologetically
him.
Nah, that's how you got to be.
Great way to say it, Chuddy.
To an extent.
Poetic.
All right. Let's go about unapologizing and my favorite subject, lying.
I like that you said it like that. Know yourself, know your worth, baby.
Rodgers, what were you thinking, my guy? What were you thinking? I'm all about words, and this is why I will defend you. I will defend you in the sense that your words can be understood in whatever way.
Why? Because you guys took the same vaccine, the Joe Rogan one?
No, you know why?
I don't take vaccines.
Because Hanson's the real Better Call Saul.
Yeah, no. Because
right.
in that interview,
I didn't technically say it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love wording. Like, my shit is all about wording.
Your sister's a lawyer. It makes perfect sense.
And that's why I had Heidi listen to this. Because that was when I was like, you know what?
That's interesting.
She definitely said it in a court of law.
That's it. And that's kind of why it's stupid to me, first of all. But I understand why he did it, which is even worse. Because it's worse.
I didn't think you could.
This is where I'm headed, right? So, if you don't know what we're talking about, Aaron Rodgers was asked if he's vaccinated. He said, "Yeah, I'm immunized." Answering the question, he is vaccinated. Well, who the fuck knows, right? But that wasn't what they were asking. He knew what they were asking, right? But again, it's all about context. So, him saying that led me to think deeper. I'm like, yo, but why the fuck? I'm a superstar, my guy. I'm possibly the 5th best quarterback in the NFL, right? I'm over here. I got my champion. What?
I'm going to let you get yours off because I cut you off too many times today. But
nah, tell me, he's the 15th?
You already know what you're saying, dog. I know that you know what you're saying
because I know what Josh and I will do. We'll be like, well, he had more yards.
Yeah,
you're going to bring up
my battles.
Recent
I'm getting better.
Stats. I don't care about recent
He
stats.
baits us in because then me and him will be like, I'll be like, Matthew Stafford, you kidding me? Be like, what? You trying to say yeah? And then it's going to become an argument between me and you. Yeah, no.
All right, I apologize.
If you hear the show, I'm not saying yeah.
He's one of
the
top 32 quarterbacks in
Jesus
the NFL,
Christ.
right?
He's in the league.
But this is how sick this trap is that you guys are falling into, right? The same shit. Yo, you did it, my guy. This interview was fire.
Best interview in the past 5 years.
Put it in context when they asked him. They asked him at a time where like it was a witch hunt.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
That's kind of my point. They've made it to a point, and we've let them. I'm not saying you. We've let them make it to a point where it's the new racism, right? It's the new black versus white. It's the new shit he was talking about. Like, yo, how do they keep trying to separate us? And this is on an even deeper scale. So it got to the point now where celebrities actually are at a point where they feel they have to lie. There's people that have to lie about it. Like, I don't give a shit. But I've seen people in my fucking presence not answer it just because they don't want to lie. But then if they have to answer, it'd be like, yeah, I was waiting for my second dose. And I'm just like, no, you're not. We just had a conversation about you don't believe in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they have to do that. So to see Aaron Rodgers go to that stuff, it was ugly. Like, I love the jokes. All this shit is great, man. Like, all the memes are dope. But on a deeper scale, and that's something I said I'm going to keep doing now, thanks to Ye, is, yo, why are we at this point? Like, why are you putting a person in a corner where they have to go to this extent? That's my view. You guys take it from here. Let me know stats.
You want to go ahead or you want to?
No, what do you think?
I want to say the thing that is most, like, shocking to me. Not shocking. That's too strong of a word.
Tom Brady does not like black people.
This fool, yay. He actually loves black people. You can tell by how much he broke. Antonio Brown, you fucked up your girl. You gotta come over and help us win.
You gotta cut to an awkward Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker was like lost.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That
was the perfect person to be by.
Oh,
Who knew? Who knew that he was gonna be that? You know what I'm saying?
It was so great.
He said it so calm and like just that was great. But look, Joe Rogan's a smart dude. No one's gonna say he's not a smart dude.
He's not a doctor.
It's so confusing that somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who has all the power in the world, like Aaron Rodgers could really communicate with anybody, honestly.
Because he's not one of the top 5 quarterbacks?
Because of that. Because he's not one of the top 5 quarterbacks. So everyone loves him because he's
so
not
how
top,
do he have the power?
Because he's not top 5.
How
He's one of the best 30.
How does he have this power?
They
you
just
can't
say he
have
does.
This kind of power. Now
they just say he does. Everyone thinks he does.
He might be top 2 and not 2.
Yeah. He might be. He might be.
You know.
But because Danica Patrick. That's why. Because ex Danica Patrick. But Tom Brady could reach out to scientists, doctors. He could reach out to anybody who he wants.
Tom Brady already has it. So
sorry. I apologize. Yeah.
We no longer know what you
that's
guys.
That's because of you. Because he said top 2. That's why I said that. It's like. Aaron Rodgers could reach out to doctors, scientists, and anybody he wants, top-notch people in their profession. He reached out to Joe Rogan after he got sick, but regardless. But the person he chose to listen to is Joe Rogan above all those people, which is shocking to me. That's absolutely shocking to me, for real. Like, if I am sick, not even with COVID, whatever, if I'm going to reach out to somebody, if I'm looking for something, for information, I'm not going to reach out to somebody who I think knows something because they sound smart. Like, Joe Rogan's a smart dude. That's one thing I don't want to downplay. Like, he's a really smart dude. He's really connected. But why wouldn't Aaron Rodgers just go, okay, you know what? I'm really trying to find out what's the best thing I could do in this situation. Let me reach out to people who I think are the best or most prepared for this type of shit. You know what I mean?
I got a question for that.
But
you don't think more so it's because Joe is somebody in his circle, in that little celebrity circle, that has actually defeated it in less than 48 hours? That maybe in his mind it's like, yo, let me just call my mans up real quick. Because a lot of times, the same thing I say about therapy, we were saying with E last week, therapy doesn't always necessarily have to be, like, it's therapeutic what we do right before the show, right after the show. You guys don't see the therapy sessions that come on, like, go on here.
you may, though, one day. Patreon.
If you pay. Nobody subscribe.
Pay to play.
That's it.
That's handsome shit. That's handsome shit right there. You got to pay to play.
If you want to know why me and Handsome are broken emotionally,
they play a lot. They play a lot.
you got to pay like you weigh, baby.
I'm funding his place. I don't play, guys.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're making a point. You're making a point.
I forgot my point.
Now, you say, like, last week you were saying about therapy. And
but therapy doesn't necessarily have to be, like, and I'm not saying, again, I would not take Joe Rogan's advice. But doesn't have to be with a professional, quote unquote. Therapy can just be talking. So in a sense, like, yo, if somebody in my circle beat it in 48 hours, I might go that route, right? And but
I would hit them up directly too, though.
Yeah,
I would hit them up directly. I'd be like, yo, like, how'd you?
No, I agree.
Would you go about, like, how'd you feel? Stuff like that. Yeah,
I agree.
I had a cold the other day, and I took a horse tranquilizer, and I felt good because I was just like, yo, maybe it's this. And I was good.
I get you. And that's a good point because that's human. No, real talk, that's human. It's human for us to do that kind of shit. It's not like, yo, he's a human being, no matter how powerful or whatever he is. That's true.
Look at us getting in touch with our human side today.
No, that's true. We have to look at people that way because it sucks that we put people on a pedestal. Like, we're the same kind of people.
That's what I said about Budden, Chris Rock, and Sean. Like, they're human beings, B. I don't run their life.
You want me to tell you my issues with Aaron Rodgers? From a person trusting science?
Just hold on. I'm going to finish up right now, I promise you. So all I want to say is, like, while you can take Joe Rogan's advice or whatever, he still didn't seem like he was, it seemed like that's what he made it seem like. I'm not saying he made it seem like that's the only source.
I agree with you. He didn't say, yo, I spoke to doctors as well. He said Joe Rogan and Sammy James and
you know what I'm saying?
3 random ass podcasters.
This is the Pat McAfee interview, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny. Ironically, when he was saying that, it's not ironically because ironically that doesn't even actually apply to what I'm saying. But
you mean symbolically?
In a way.
Cordially?
Maybe. One of those, but it's not ironically.
Yeah.
They were kind of like smart. I don't know if they were doing it on purpose, but you can kind of see the interview. They
were trolling.
Yeah, they were kind of like laughing at him almost for a second. You seen that? Watch it back. Look back at it.
I didn't see anything.
While he's saying that, when he says Joe Rogan's name, like the other dude is definitely smiling.
You know,
and this guy and Pat just puts his hands over his mouth like this and like,
maybe he's smiling like, yo, I took the same advice.
Maybe.
Pat McAfee actually. So he's an announcer on SmackDown.
Yeah,
he's like one of the
I didn't know
announcers.
I didn't know that
he
at
had
all.
to miss a couple shows because he got COVID.
Oh, wow.
So when you're saying the laughing, I'm wondering if he's laughing because, yo, this guy's ridiculous, or he's laughing like, yo, like we got the inside drop on it because Pat McAfee came back like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He missed like 2 shows of SmackDown. That's it, and he came back.
But bro,
so it could be.
But okay, so come to me for advice.
I can see it.
Come to me for advice, because when I got COVID, which I had COVID, obviously,
right?
I didn't really get that sick.
No,
I didn't do anything, and my diet at the time wasn't even that crazy. I got a way better diet afterwards. What I'm saying
though is like in any issue, like if I know that like if you fucked up your leg and had compartment syndrome, yo, I remember Chetty had that shit.
No, facts.
I will go.
That's why I don't disagree.
So,
that's why I don't disagree with Aaron Rodgers like looking for his friend. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I just find it, and I'm judging him. It's not right, but I just find it weird that Aaron Rodgers, with the power and money he has, that he didn't also consult with. Like, yo, you see how you guys see how I am on this show.
I'm about to judge the shit out of him right now.
You guys see how I am on this show. Mm-hmm. I like to hear both sides of the story. I love to hear all sides of the story because when you hear all sides, then you decide what's the truth in that.
How do I attack Handsome?
This guy, like you, Kanye for real. Everyone's targeting him.
Everyone's against me.
Yeah, but Drake lived 5 blocks away from me.
I may get killed after this episode.
Yo, when he said Drake moved 5 blocks away from him for beef.
That was sick,
I'm like, yo,
maybe he did.
I heard it's just a celebrity neighborhood.
No, when you got bread, you could do those kind of moves. And that's why it's dangerous to play with niggas with bread. Because you could do the wildest shit, B. Think about it.
5 blocks away from him, started hitting up his whole family, all the girls.
That's sick, dog. Niggas hitting up his cousins, his aunts.
Get away from me!
And you know they're down for the fucking IG picture. They're not like,
he hit him up. I'm new to the neighborhood. What's going on? Can I borrow some sugar?
Niggas DMing him and shit.
Oh,
love these cookies. Are those my aunt's cookies? Only my aunt knows that recipe.
You sick.
Pumpkin cranberry?
Definitely Kanye goes on a Twitter rant and everybody looks at him like...
Is psycho.
You want to hear the other side of the Aaron Rodgers thing?
Yes.
So Carson Wentz and Kirk Cousins, they're not vaccinated, right? And they came out and said, I don't trust it, right? When they were asked.
Yeah.
I have more respect for them than I do have for Aaron Rodgers. This is why I say this. Because unvaccinated players have to follow a different protocol. Yeah. When they go back to the bench, they have to put a mask back on. When they do like the whole presser, they have to do the virtual.
Yeah.
So what he did was, in order for him to be above whatever, because Aaron Rodgers definitely does come off as entitled. He has Brett Favre. He's like, exactly what we hated about Brett Favre is who he became. That's who he became. You ever seen Aaron Rodgers
worse
take a sack, pause?
Yeah,
worse.
Say, man.
He always goes and
Favre's
like
a people's person.
He always goes and
he is.
He's a Trumper. But
I've been saying he's a people's person. Yeah.
But he likes someone, right? You know, yeah.
Exactly.
But
he picked the side.
With Aaron
Y'all niggas salty.
No, I'm just saying. with fucking Brett Favre, at least he likes people. You know what I mean? Whether you like them or not.
Aaron Rodgers don't even like his brother.
Aaron's like
his whole family. You ever you know that article?
Yeah, he cut his family.
He doesn't even speak to his family at all.
I'll be honest with you, 50 did the same thing. And that's what I love about people like that.
I respect
50 was
it.
like, yo, you guys, every time you see me, you're asking for a buck. Like, you know, I'm still Curtis.
Nigga, like, he hasn't spoke to his mom
I visit my
dad.
Grandfather the 24th, and I don't see nobody 25th. Because I grew up with y'all. I'm good.
Yeah.
He hasn't spoke to his mom or dad.
But 50 still take care of his
parents are bloodsuckers.
For like years.
Yeah, his parents are bloodsuckers.
It's not even because of bloodsuckers. He be he don't fuck with them. Like his brother was in The Bachelor.
Yeah,
I know that.
And he was like, when on The Bachelor, he was
getting questions about it.
Exactly, on the show. And at some point, they were like, yo, they were going to get together, like, the whole family. And they were like, yo, like, Aaron, your brother.
We haven't seen Aaron in 4 years.
Your brother's not coming. He's like, nah, honestly, I don't have a relationship with him at all.
No.
Exactly. Like, they don't see.
Right.
Exactly.
Entitlement.
So that's the thing. It's like,
He's nice, though.
Wentz and Cousins stepped up and just said, "Yo, look, all right, we and me particularly like got on Kyrie for taking his stance. At least he manned up and was just like, nah, I'm not with it.
I always respect that about Kyrie.
Yo, Kyrie
But
for
now
life.
Aaron Rodgers, and he got killed. Aaron Rodgers, because he's one of the faces of the NFL. It's just like, not that I know people are getting on him now,
They're killing him now.
but it's deserving.
Has he defended his
Because
immunized statement?
just take
That shit is funny
bro,
to me.
When
nigga.
you hear, I heard
That's some mean shit. So I
Yo,
love
you
it.
know why I stopped watching the Pat McAfee thing? Because I was like, yo, dogs, you're not gonna bullshit a bullshitter, my nigga.
Yeah.
I remember listening to this and I'm like, well, I got his reasonings, and this is what the reason he should first of all, he should have just said, yo, that's my personal business and you don't need to know.
Yeah.
But then what he really said was like, yo, when I saw that I'm allergic to some of the stuff. Like he said he went to a doctor and he said he's allergic to some of the stuff or whatever. And he was like, yo, I want to have children eventually, so I'm worried about so he has concerns.
That's me too. I'm allergic to a lot of
But you know what it
stuff.
but you know what it sounds like though. Yeah, but you're saying it. You said it from the jump when people ask you, just like, yo, this is not for me. But he did that. But okay, granted, even if he lied, he should have just still followed the protocols. And when you got back on the bench, he should have put his mask on. Because in his head, he knows more. But now morally, he's not doing the right thing, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Not even morally. I wouldn't even say morally.
No, morally.
He's not following
morally.
ethically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
He's
You
not
guys are
following.
right.
He's not following the rules that are set in place because he has this sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Where Kirk Cousins and Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins on a football level, I don't think he's good enough to whatever, right?
We didn't sign him.
But I respect one thing about him. He's like, yo,
That's facts.
I don't fuck with it.
Can I ask you guys a question though? Like with that Aaron Rodgers excuse about him being allergic to something, wouldn't him being allergic to ingredients in the vaccine make him exempt?
No. They
How
don't
not?
care. They don't care because...
Yeah, but they don't care.
No,
they don't care about religion.
No, they do.
Well, they say they do.
Not religion, because I know in my hospital.
turn down pro
I know in my
Andrew
hospital
Wiggins.
there's almost no exemptions.
Yeah.
No, in my hospital there's almost no exemptions, but there is a couple people that people know.
Well,
in the
because
hospital that got
you guys
exempt.
are medical, because you guys are.
Yeah, but no one's. Some people use religion. People have used all of that,
And
no
never
one's-
worked.
But there was a couple of people in the hospital that were exempt, and I believe it was because of allergies.
Oh,
Well, that was the thing, because a lot of the FDNY people that's one of the biggest plays. They're talking about Univision. You know, Ali doesn't know about Mi Gente, but he knows about
sure.
Univision.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
They were talking to a couple of FDNY people that stated specific allergies, and they still weren't exempt for it.
Okay.
So I don't know. Obviously, depends. Remember, hospitals are privatized.
Yeah.
So they can make their own different rules. Maybe the government is saying like, nah, we don't care what it is.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Like,
find a new job.
yeah, we don't want people with allergies here anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that was one of the.
Is the NFL
biggest
like
plays.
a private company?
Yeah.
Who?
Is the NFL a private company?
They all
NFL?
are.
Yeah.
NFL,
Yeah, definitely,
NBA, they all are.
I wonder who owns
So
NFL,
I mean,
right?
it's like
Well, no, it's owned between stockholders.
right.
okay.
It's like our job. Like we can't go into our building unless we're vaccinated.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? So and if you can't go in your building, you can't do what? Work.
Exactly, yeah. No question.
So
I don't like when people
that's
do what
my
you just
only-
did right now, dog. That shit puts me under so much pressure.
To
When,
answer?
when they give you
The obvious answer?
rhetorical questions,
Yeah.
I'm always like, what's the answer to that?
You okay, man?
but you know, they're easy answers.
And when you can't go into your building, you don't what? Work. I'm like, bro, what? I don't know
His
the answer.
name is Johnny
Yeah, exactly.
Island.
Robles Contreras.
No, his name is
me.
Island.
No, his name is Johnny Island.
That's me, son.
Which one? Unitas.
Chetty knows my flaw now. He's going to attack
Yeah, I'm
me.
gonna capitalize on that shit all day.
Yeah.
He is Kanye. East.
That's what my cousin calls
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Kanye
jeez.
East. Alexi.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, Alexi, man, nice guy. I miss you, man.
Nice guy because he calls me Kanye East. You don't think I'm that nice, dog?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
the lighter version.
I got
More
one.
sun in the west.
I got one for you guys. He started a new gig and stuff, and this was part of kind of tying to
Shout out to Yoki.
our brunch banter
Out of the hospital.
this week.
This is
You know
my
what I'm
last
saying?
week. I worked my last week at the
Yeah,
hospital.
shout out to Young Hospital too.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
more.
yeah,
He's
sure.
the real Young
Episode
Hospital.
000.
Yeah.
Yo, for episode 100, no lie.
I
we
can't
should
get
try-
Young Hospital.
I speak to him.
I can't get Young Hospital.
No, I could.
Yeah.
I
All
speak
right,
to
well,
him.
we ain't shooting it here.
He's trying. he now he don't work in the hospital anymore.
I break beds, nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga sound like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Yo, he's so funny.
He works at flights. You guys want some flights? Maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess we could have.
He
this
travels the
guest.
world. He travels the world now. That's why he talks shit in fantasy. Like, yeah, you niggas mad about losing this week. I'm chilling next to a pool.
Next to a pool, spreading COVID all over the world.
Exactly.
I'm
not joking. He says that every week.
That's his justification.
Yeah,
we're talking about fantasy. It has nothing to do with
people be like,
anything.
yo, I beach ass this week. Like, yo, you really stressing that? I'm over here in the beach.
I hate that. Oh, my God.
Nah, he's not a kid, dog. He's 32 saying this stuff.
Son, I hate that.
Chetty, you will never change. You know what? You never change these people.
Never
I hate that.
Never change.
Never change.
Look at where you are in life. You may be winning fantasy, but look at where you are in life.
Exactly. Yo, I agree with that. I hate when people do that kind of shit. Yeah.
Come on, you're getting out of context.
In general, I do. But I find it funny when he does it.
All the people at his job are spreading that shit.
Probably.
All over the world.
Probably.
Your job gives you
fucking Americans.
100K award.
Yo, brunch banter.
Shout out to people that participated. Shout out to Brenda saying I'll dime handsome out in a second. I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to say
that one?
Who said what. I'm not supposed to say who said what, but Brenda's was hilarious.
Yeah.
She goes, yo.
Her and I are co-workers?
Nah, definitely she's like, I'll dime handsome
out in a second.
We're co-workers?
If you guys hypothetically were co-workers.
So this was a hypothetical question?
Well, I guess so.
If you had a coworker,
Johnny, it's 100% a hypothetical question. Tell me what job is offering this.
Oh, damn. So I got to change my answer because I don't want to offend Brenda.
I mean, she works. Does she work for Purple Cups and Champagne? She can rat you up to me and Josh.
I would hope so.
You know, so
she's supposed to.
That was a funny.
She's supposed to.
She's supposed to. Yeah,
sorry, Brenda, but I got to keep my same answer for this one.
She keeps saying that shit too. Like, you know what you guys should? I'm like, yo, you should be our social media man. Yeah, I should. That's where the conversation ends. That's where the conversation ends.
Y'all really married.
And the shit is, Josh can let her live, and it's cool. If Joshua ever says something like, yo, we should, yeah, you should. You talked about it so many times.
You're not wrong.
Double standard.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You heard that? Because you're going to watch. So you heard that?
Oh, you're going to catch it. I didn't even know that statement. That was messed up. It's all good. Fell right into the trap.
I feel like Handsome's not diming his coworker out.
Are you?
Hell to the fuck no.
Honestly,
but anyway, no, I need your answers. Yeah, you guys have nicer answers.
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
My shit is a deep dive.
I'm just going to say. Can I ask you, originally when you posted this brunch banter?
Were you thinking about your coworkers?
No, did you put 50K or you put 100K on that?
No, I had sent 50 to you guys when I was like coming up with the topic.
But when you put it up, it was 100?
But I put it up as 100 because I was,
put more on the line.
I feel like people will think. I know there's a lot of people that said, "Yo, I'll do it for less." I was
so
like,
you think a lot of people have less morals for 100?
And that was your point too, almost like you don't want to.
I was like, "Yo, I was trying to find you trying to do something strange for a piece of change." Like,
yeah,
what the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what will you do?
Word.
You know? Yeah, which is crazy.
Can I ask you a question just real quick? I don't want you to go into like I just want you a black and white answer.
Shout out to the people that said
if it were like $1 million,
fuck with that.
Would you do it?
No.
$1 million.
$1 million, I'm doing it.
I'm honestly, I feel you because most numbers I was thinking I was like, nah. You gotta understand. I agree with.
You'll thank me later when Purple Cups and Champagne blows up.
Nah, you know what it is? It's what Hanson was saying for weeks. You take away somebody's livelihood.
Yeah, that's why I won't do it for 100K.
Yeah,
but for $1 million.
And that's why the question also depends on like what the next situation is and what your job is and all of that kind of thing. Because if it's like a fucking run of the mill job, you can probably make the argument in your own head that.
I'm gonna take that mill and then hire him.
Yeah, even that. You know what I mean?
No. Not 100K though.
But yeah,
it's not enough.
And that's what I was gonna say right now. 100K is definitely not enough.
It's not enough. No. I don't have 100K, but it's not enough.
Yeah, because
it's not enough for me to like have to live with taking somebody's life.
And honestly, I appreciate that all you guys think that way because obviously it has to be.
My name's Joe, and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Uncle Joe.
Because of that though, because. Yo, you're taking away somebody's livelihood, and it's like, yo, that shows a lot about us, though, us three. Yeah. Because and anybody else who agrees.
That's
with
why
us.
the show works.
Yeah, and anybody who agrees with us, because 100K is a lot, man. I mean, it's not a lot because $1 million is a lot, but 100K is enough to like, yo, it can move the needle a little.
I mean,
bit.
I'm not completely like the man. Like I said, $1 million. I'll do it.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Exactly.
Yeah.
And even then, your plan was even deeper than that because your plan. The biggest issue with this is that
chess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The biggest issue with that is that you're costing like I said before. Hasn't been saying this for weeks.
Not all money's good money. You gotta live with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's like a karma thing. Like yo, you're literally gonna take away some. You said for weeks, like taking away somebody's livelihood. Or like what they do for a living is like killing them to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sure, they have a chance to bounce back or whatever, but for that moment,
everything has a consequence. Everything has an impact.
Yeah,
I'm not like my career is not like the most glamorous one. But I take pride in my work, though.
And you're rich.
I take pride in the fact. Yeah, right. I take pride. I take pride in the fact.
Guess now.
I take pride in the fact of like
He pays
people.
for the studio.
People will pick. People will pick. They'll pass up like 5 other different paralegals to be like, no. We did this before, so I'll go to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little thing with me. Yeah, it gives me more work to do and stuff like that. It makes me more busy and stuff. I get less sleep.
That's your value, though.
But right, so I take pride in my career. So you don't know what that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where is it for me to say is right or wrong to judge? You know what I mean? To be the deciding factor of like, you know what you have to do in order to get up to go and like just tell on somebody.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
that shit's not built in me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
Yeah,
I can't even finish that sentence like thinking that I would do some shit like that. Like
Right.
just go up and go to management
Right.
and be like, "Yo, can I speak to you for a second?" Never in my life. Dog.
I've had my boss literally tell me, and sorry, Dame, I don't have a boss. I've had the partner that I work with.
Yeah.
I got to go back to Dame.
Yeah,
Remind me about that.
That he was like, I know you're not gonna say who, but what happened here? I established you're not getting it from me.
Yeah.
All these other motherfuckers,
Facts.
the Indian kid did it.
Word.
1,000%. When I first started working there,
Hola,
you
Indio.
know,
Chetty, that's funny that you say
Indio
that.
doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was like it's like a, and you may experience it, you may not. I hope you have better office culture, but like,
I look white.
It always don't look me.
I might get away with
your
I
brown,
might get away with
me
it.
with your brown ass.
I might get away with it.
Don't look me in.
Roblesberg.
Don't look me in, brown. Yo, I'm Joe Goldberg at work.
Yo,
I'm Joe Goldberg.
that's an
at
ill
work.
name.
Yo,
Joshua Roblesberg.
I'm gonna find you.
Yo, that's an ill name, man. Thank you. Yo,
It
it
works.
has some with his monikers.
Yo,
son.
man, I think
Use that shit in the past.
Thank you. Thank you.
You gonna
Tommy.
change your Twitter
Thank
to
you.
Joshua
I
Roblesberg?
might. I ain't gonna front.
My take on it is, and it's funny you spoke on Dame. It's funny you spoke on the amount of money, and that takes me back to the Chappelle shit. Takes me back to a lot of the Ye shit. I think you're disloyal. Anybody that would do it for $100K, for $1 million, for whatever brand,
son.
I'm gonna see it. No, nothing personal at all.
for the
And so,
bill.
like before, like I was gonna say a disloyal loser, but now that I know Brenda would turn me in, I'm not gonna say
Sorry,
disloyal
Brenda.
You
loser.
can say whatever you want to say, dog.
Nah, you
Sorry,
crazy,
Brent.
man?
Sorry, Brent. I wasn't.
Dog,
supposed
who are
to.
you, God? Nigga,
Yeah.
just because you think that doesn't mean that. Yeah,
Nah.
So what you want me to say? I'm a gangster? I'm a nigga?
Yeah, like, what
I
do you
am a
want me to
god.
say,
I just told you. I got you, handsome.
You guys crazy. Nah, I just don't want to do that shit. I just think it shows a lot of disloyalty. And on top of that, it shows where society has us. Like people will sell out for the littlest thing, right? And like you said, yo, it's $1 million though. This shit is life changing. I have a plan for it. Regardless, it goes back to the
How you got it?
no, not even just the how you got it thing. It's just like if you would, that means everybody has a price, and
Yeah.
that's my problem with it, right? So, because some people be like, it's a coworker. I don't know a nigga like that, but
Nah, I wouldn't
if
say
you
that.
would,
Yeah.
but some people say that.
Yeah,
like,
I feel you.
yo, it's a coworker. You didn't tell me
shit.
how long I've been at the job. You didn't tell me any of
Don't
this
even
stuff,
matter, though.
right? So to me, it's like, okay, that's cool. So as a coworker, you turn them in for $100K, but if you're a family member, you won't do $100K, but you will do a family member for $100 million.
I feel you.
Right, and that to me, again, is just deeper. Personally, I'm not saying it's right, wrong. Like, yeah, that's
If the
what I'm
family
saying.
member's not getting arrested and he's just gonna get fired from his job, I'll take the $100 million.
1,000%.
I'd be like, yo, let's
Turn me
open
in.
this business up.
Turn me in.
Nigga, you're gonna get paid way more than this job
Right.
off you. But I feel you.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I
No,
feel
no,
you.
I'm not defending the point. It is what it is.
So do you think it's hard for you to live with the way that you arrive to your destination?
I just think it goes back to what I said. Like, it's a mentality aspect, right? So that's why when a lot of people, we praise Dame for that thing about I'm a boss, but then a lot of people made fun of it. But his shit was deeper. Again, just the context aspect, deeper than what we saw that day. His delivery sucks ass. So it makes people feel like, yo, look at him demeaning. Like, everybody got to start somewhere. I even said, like, oh, no, you can't. Your son can't sell cookies unless you first this. But I got work, whatever.
Yeah, his reasoning was get some work and then do this.
Yeah, and in a sense, it's just there's no way around it. To me, you're disloyal, and you'll always be disloyal. Whether you do it for that, whether you do it for a promotion, whether you do it for something is gonna move you in that way, and especially if it's monetary, that shit's a little bit weird to me. Like it just is personally. It's not nothing too crazy out of this
You
world.
ain't God, nigga.
But everybody that said that they would do it, my nigga, you gotta chill. Everybody that said that they would do it.
But it was actually people that were like, I would do it because they were
It's
like,
fun.
yo,
It's funny.
No,
It's like a funny joke.
not even funny. They were just like, everybody should get vaccinated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's their belief.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, no.
It's about belief. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.